Yo, SUC in the building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Source gang, 7 gang. Tanks on the ground to the law and testimony. Golden Coast Gorillas, we in the building. Y'all know how we do it, man. You know how we rock it, man. Today we're going to review Zion Lexx and then Ngozi's debate. But before we get into the meat and potatoes and the main course of tonight's event, we're going to show LV Europa some love. Let him open up the show with his song. And y'all enjoy it, and we get some more people in here. And let's review this debate between Zion Lexx and Ngozi. I think it was a very good debate, very good display of scholarship. But we got some criticisms that that we want to bring to the table and discuss tonight. And just as far because we active debaters, and we'll see certain things that the people, the commoners, will not see if they're not really debating. So we're gonna watch this, review it, critique it, comment it. So we're well and within our right within the Fair Use Act to actually do so. But with no further ado, let's get into LV Europa with this fire, this banger that he released. Let's get it.
This is like swag. I ain't even gonna turn up for real. I hear the music playing, the sirens of peace. The tone can touch the spirit to give a sign of relief. I ain't asked to hit the podium. My little homie said preach. They try to aim at the guard, but no harm when they release the garment. Still 3 apiece. We all leaving out of crease. They try to show you the wave, but you running from the grease. Fly through water like a fleet. I watch it fold into the crease. This is shallow with the swag. I make them drag it to the deep. You ain't gotta walk on water, I ain't asked about your feet. Still 2-stepping off the boat, my square planted in the reef. Where I swam became Asia, where I left is now the east. Now I'm headed down south, cause up north I'm a beast, ayy. If they ever ask, just tell them Europa. Don't follow me, nigga, I'm a soldier. I'ma tell you once, I'm making a stand. Making movements move with the movement of a single hand. Shorty said the music fire, but a change of plans. Kicked out the church choir, trying to make a different band. 100 other ones, others twiddle thumbs. As I make the world connect from a dribble of a tongue. And I keep your check on deck, and I ain't hit it once. The music touched her soul, but it's really for her son, I'm raising them from the sound of my voice. We live in what we create. Why you crying about a choice? She claiming that you didn't hate. We knowing that you moist. Raising a dead flag. Them niggas will never hoist. My cousin touched the end and he ended in prison. My cousin wrote a book, but he wrote it in prison. My nephew said he loved me, he headed to Princeton. Told him be the change that you want, some niggas won't listen. Keep your honor, not gonna chase your bag. Never compromise family for the things you never had. Your uncle still in the hood, putting 10 on the gas. Living La Vida Loca, knowing this shit'll crash, nigga. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, cuz. Keep fucking going, man. Get them niggas every ounce of pain you got, man. Bob ride the wrist and give them a page, man. They can't fuck with you, nigga. Europa.
Yo, subscribe to LV Europa TV on YouTube, man. Check out that brother's music. Powerful, impactful music. That brother's a very good lyricist, man. Dope music, man. I mean, he don't keep getting love here at the source. You know how we doing it. What's going on, King Self? Gold Coast Gorillas in the building. Let's talk to me, brother.
Man, what the business is, you know what I'm saying? Primates, man. We in this motherfucker, man. West Coast, man. You know what I'm saying? West Coast of Africa, man. Gold Coast, baby. You already know.
All right, man. We got my brother James, the argument king. You know what I'm saying? Swinging and banging from the land of Canaan. Talk to me.
Man, I already know what it is, man. I'm real interested in this conversation because, about 5-6 years ago, I did my presentation, about 5 hours worth of information showing and proving how civilization developed and through the Near East and culminated in Sumer. It's only really a couple hundred years before it popped up in Egypt, but a lot of the monoliths and a lot of the antecedents and stuff, we find all that up in Sumer. We don't find it up in Egypt, but I'm ready to see how the debate went, though.
All right, yeah, we're gonna get into it, man. Zion Lexx versus Ngozi. This debate happened last year on Sonetta. And before we even put the clip up here, just gonna let y'all know we well within our right to review this information under the Fair Use Act. Um, the first, Section 107 of the Copyright Act provides the statutory framework for determining whether something is a fair use and identifies certain types of uses, such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. We're going to pretty much be doing most of that. We're going to be critiquing. We're going to be giving our comments. We're going to be reporting on this. Hopefully, we can teach from this as well. And this is going to be for scholarship and research purposes. So we're well within our right under the Fair Use Act to look at this footage, review this footage, comment, and give our critiques. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the Source Debate League on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Support. And we're going to continue to feed y'all with good content. You know how we do over here, man. You know how we rocking, man. All right, so let's open it up. You know, let's start it off with the debate that occurred on Sonetta. You know what I'm saying? Zion Lexx versus Ngozi. And let's see how these brothers do throughout the course of the debate. We will be pausing, giving commentary, and seeing what the critiques were and whatnot. All right, so check this out, man. We're gonna get right into it. If y'all just now coming into the YouTube, hit that like button, man. That like button don't cost you nothing. It's free 99. And guess what? You hit that like button, we get more exposure. We're able to grow. We're able to give you guys more content. So help us help you. You feel me? So let's get it. All right, let's go.
The House of Consciousness Production. We in the day 3 of the week debates. It's going down. We got 2 heavy hitters. I hope y'all got y'all popcorn. I hope y'all relax. Let me get this out. We got 2 strong, powerful soldiers tonight. Zion Lexx and brother Ngozi. Ngozi going up against Zion Lexx. I think this is going to be a powerful one. Y'all don't want to miss this. Sorry for coming on late. You know, we just had to work out a few things. And we're going to get right into it, man, because we already done missed some time. So I want to give brother Ngozi and Zion Lexx. Brother Zion, you there? Come on, where you at, brother? Okay. I want to give brother Zion Lexx, I want to give you a minute and a half to let the people know, introduce yourself, let them know why this is going down and what you are here to prove tonight. It's on you, brother.
Shout out to the conscious community. This is brother Zion Lexx. No need to keep it too long. Y'all already know how I give it up. We're here today to talk about civilization. Which civilization?
Hey, first critique for both of my beloved brothers that's on the stream. You in your damn house. Why is you wearing a mask? Hey, shout out Zion. You know, I love you, brother. You one of my favorite Hebrew scholars. Well, why is you in the house with a mask? And then if you look at Ngozi, why are you in your house with a mask? You know what I'm saying? Remind me of that dude that crashed up here where I'm at because they couldn't breathe because they were driving around with their mask on. Take the damn mask off when you at your house or in your vehicle. You guys be taking this stuff too far, man.
No, they want to be social justice warriors, man.
So yeah.
You see in the rules he put up and gave and stuff he put up. He talking about social justice warriors, man. They done gave in to the democratic slave plantation narrative, man.
You at home with this mask on, about to pass out. You know what I'm saying?
Because the man wear a mask, he got to be a slave. Hey, y'all horse.
No,
man.
I'm saying the idea giving in to the democratic pushed ideology to that extreme to where the point you wearing your mask at your house. And I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, Zion is some Democrat or nothing like that. I'm pretty sure he probably don't care one way or another. I'm just saying the ideology that's being pushed.
I wear mine in the bathroom.
Well, everybody might need to wear one. You wear a gas mask in the bathroom, probably.
Al Bundy.
Hey, King Sil, I know you're not on here trying to front, man. You don't never wear that damn mask.
I the only time I wear it when I go in the store.
Right, yeah. Who at home watching TV with the damn mask on, man? Come on, man.
I I watch TV with my gas mask on before just to see if I can breathe, how long I can breathe with it on, and not get irritated.
Well, we know that's for other reasons, man. It better be practicing and training.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? My lungs got to be ready for that.
All right, man. These dudes crazy with these damn.
Civilization emerged first, whether it be that of Kemet or that of Sumer. Peace to my brother Ngozi. May the force be with you. Let's get it in, brother. Let's get it in.
All right, brother Ngozi, it's on you.
Peace and love to the family, man. Team Osiris on the horizon. I'm glad I got the opportunity to build on this. I think it's important for us to understand civilization and who did what first. It's educational, and people are going to learn from both sides. So we're going to get it in, man, and make it happen.
All right. So, what I would like to do first with y'all brothers is we're going to start this thing off. The first thing, Ngozi, you going first because you are the challenger. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. The first presentation is going to be about who started civilization. So we're going to deal with that. Who started civilization? You understand the question?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you the time. We all got 10 minutes apiece. The time will start when you start, brother.
All right. Bet. First off, I'd like to get into the origins of civilization.
Okay, I'm starting the time.
All right. First off, I'd like to get into the origins of civilization and understand what's going on during the Nile and what's happening. So let me go to my next slide. Okay, what is civilization? The term used to describe types of complex society characterized by all of the most following: dense population, agriculture, economy, small villages, cities, social hierarchy, job specialization, centralized authority, dominant belief systems, monument builders, and writing systems. Next.
I want to say this. I'm pausing the video. I want to say this. This is an excellent way to start your debate. I do this. You know what I'm saying? I know King Self does it. James does it. Start defining things in the beginning of your round, in the beginning of the debate, so the judges are not lost, so the audience not lost. They know exactly.
So he can't play semantics.
Yeah, we know exactly what we're talking about.
If we went over my debate with Carl Albert, you see the first thing I did was define world. The first thing I did, first slide, was define the word world.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? That gives your opponent less wiggle room. That let the judges know exactly what y'all discussing that day or that night. And you know what I'm saying? It's just an excellent tactic, and it's a way to, you know what I'm saying, make things less ambiguous, and you can attack it, you know, more straightforward. You can get right on the topic. Boom. This is what I'm talking about. This is what it means. Boom. My slides is going to deal with these things here. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get Ngozi a point for that, because that's, you know what I'm saying? Well, we might think, oh, everybody should know that, but you'll be surprised. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to give him bigs up on that, man. That's an excellent way to open up the debate.
Time period. Comparative timeline between human occupation and early signs of complex society. Now, look very close. Mesopotamia, Near East, the Cambrian culture. Now, the Cambrian culture itself starts in 18,000 BC to 12,000 BC, and that in itself it comes out of the Nile Valley, which is Egypt. Then, in the Nile Valley, you have the half-land Commanian group, or Commanian culture, which starts between 2500. It was supposed to be 2500. I'm sorry about that. 2500 to 20,000 BC. Then you got the Moshevian group, or Moshevian culture, which goes from 15,000 BC to the Tuareg group, which goes back to 9,000 BC. So I'm gonna just say this real quick. Everything that you see us start with in Mesopotamia comes from Africa, and we're gonna show and prove that. All these people are genetically connected from the pre-pottery AD.
Hey, shoot, Paul, right there. The debate is the people, quote unquote, African or not. That is not the debate. Where the people come from. The debate is where the civilization was established. You know what I mean? What geographical location, not people, geographical location was it established in first? And it seems like throughout this whole time, the whole part that I watched, that's what he's keep pushing at. Who's black and who's not black, and not where the civilization, you know what I'm saying, start at.
I'm glad you said that. And he kind of killing himself because he already opened up with defining what civilization was.
Yeah, and he ain't hit none of them. It's like, bruh, he only gonna hit probably like two or three of them, and then he gonna be off his game for the rest of the debate.
Now I agree. I agree with both of y'all what y'all said, but I also want to add that in his slide he should have went to the scientific method of what civilizations are started or where civilizations are created just anyway. Civilizations are always started by a body of water. Wherever there's a body of water, most likely if you dig deep enough, you will find some ruins of something, somebody around that body of water. He started off good with the
Necessary for life.
Nile. He ran it off good with the Nile, but he, like you said, he's going off to the black and white thing instead of showing where civilization began.
Exactly.
V culture to the P5 V culture to even the Hassuna groups all the way down to the Yabate. That's when Africa stops. Next slide. Agriculture pastoralists, pastoral and ceramics. In both Near East and the Nile Valley, there's evidence of farming. However, there is one notable observance in society dependent on agriculture do not appear in the Near East until we see the Mushabah and the Natufian cultures. Both of those cultures attributed to having connections to the earlier peoples of the inhabitants of Northeast Africa, the Iberian Maroons. These people here occupied the Tupperlet and other areas in Northeast Africa from 2000 until around 2000 BC, spread agriculture and pottery. Let me speed this up, because we're going to get builder structure. So my brother like to say,
slow down, Ngozi. You ain't got to go too fast. Just take your time, and so the people can understand you. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Now we're going to get into, my brother said before in a few videos, and it's just not him, it's a few people that don't really understand Africa. They talked about there was no temples or different things. So we want to talk about the dense population in village cities throughout Egypt, right? So here you go right here. All throughout the Nile Valley region, not only do we find evidence of early farming and food storage, we also find cemeteries scattered across the area, all through the evidence of warfare. By 5000 BC in Eridu, is settled founded in the city of the Near East. But in the Nile Valley, in Nekhen, is settled early 5000 BC by the Badawi culture, as well. At its peak, the Nekhen, in a population of 5,000 to 10,000 people, they have a whole society going. We covering society, instruction, people, and population groups. The Nekhen is also credited with having the earliest known painted tombs in earlier zoo. Now you got the earliest zoo going back 5,000 to 6,000 years. This is a cultivation. They're formulating. They have a whole zoo going on with domesticated animals. Its royals would keep the buried and captive animals, and the temples of Nekhen dates back to 3500 BC.
He redeemed himself. I think he redeemed himself. He came back. He spoke of food storage. He spoke of artwork. He spoke of religion and burial. Yeah, I think I want to hear more.
Yeah, I think it's a good angle to go. But if I'm debating him, I'm gonna say, well, do we have evidence of anything prior to that? And if you go to his slide before that, he got the Natufian culture, and that would be before that. That's how I would attack that information. But
go ahead, my bad, shoot.
I'm saying he's doing a good job at laying his premise out. Go ahead, James.
And he jumping all through time on here too. Like the reason he gonna jump from Natufians all the way to like 5,000 and stuff like that is because the Natufians move up and through into Sumer to start civilization, and they the ones founded farming and all that. They was doing stuff in the Near East when Egypt was in an archaeological dark age from 9,000 BC to 6,000 BC. So they ain't got even an archaeological record for what was going on there. So I mean,
we can speculate. Brothers love doing that.
Like the zoo right here. That's Nekhen. This is the temples and this is the zoo. You see the people right there.
Is zoos a marker of civilization?
You see the symbols and the structures. You see the building structures? This is Africans. This is Nile Valley Africans. The same people that gave rise to the Ramesh, because there is no such thing as Egyptian. There is no such thing as Commission. You don't see the term Kemet until the 11th dynasty. And the Kemet only refers to the black soil. Has nothing to do with people. So the Ramesh people are the same people that was responsible for the Natufian population. They was also responsible for the Iberian Maroons, and they were all these same people that gave rise to the pre-Pottery Neolithic A group, pre-Pottery Neolithic
Wait,
B
hold
group.
on. How the Neckans give rise to the Ibero-Mauritians, which existed thousands of years before them?
I was about to say that you got that backwards. Your granddaddy can't come from you.
Exactly.
You come from your granddaddy. So you know what I'm saying? Maybe he jumbled that up. Maybe that was
That's why I say he be jumping through time so much he end up, and he speaks so fast, you know what I'm saying? He
But
end up
y'all
mixing
should have,
stuff up.
but y'all should have known he was jumping through time in his second, when he did his second slide.
Yeah, but it's not laying out a pattern for what he's trying to argue the way he's just jumping through time like that. Because one gives an argument to Sumer in the Natufians, then he'll jump to something in Africa, then he'll go a little bit later to something in Sumer and something like all in one sentence. You know what I'm saying? He ain't breaking nothing down, he ain't explaining the necessity of it or nothing.
True, but we still in the first 2 minutes of the man presentation.
Oh, I saw it all.
Well, I haven't. So my bad. Go ahead.
Pre-Pottery Neolithic C group, all the way until you get into the debate. So let me get that straight. This population villages and cities. Even earlier than Eridu and Nekhen is Jammu in present-day Iraq, which was settled agriculture community 7,500 to 5,000 BC. Just as we found a Pataphlaya in the Western Desert, persisted the seasonal cultural center of semi-nomadic pastoralists by 7,500 BC.
Hey, hold up right there, Jushu. Hold up right there, man. I think I might have to source up on this one. Hold up, man. I feel some type of way about him jumping to Naphtali like that. Naphtali was built by Asiatics. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like when they do that. Hold on.
Argument King.
Find a source, man.
Argument King. So you think that was an error or mistake on his behalf to bring up Naphtali?
It definitely was, bro. Because let me share my screen right quick.
So Ngozi, man, we got a message for you.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought.
No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
Hey, man. When Zion go, I'm gonna tell you what I disagree with. I disagree with Zion too. I know a lot of y'all be like, "You Hebrews are all biased. You just get jumping on Ngozi, jumping on some things." Zion did that I thought was erroneous. But we'll get there when we get there. You got the string? I see.
Yeah. Hold on, let me blow this up real quick. All right, right here. This right here is pretty much about the graves at Gabel Sahaba. Now, let me get to the one I really want. All right, right here. This right here where you can see the whole location and everything. That's the people over here doing the archaeological. But look at the thing I want to point out is the burial patterns right here. Their burial patterns are the exact same almost with a few slight variations as the Natufians, buried facing towards the east in a crouch-like position. All of this indicates that these are Asiatics, all of it. Right, this is burial site 117. What this right here is from Egypt before the pharaohs, the prehistory foundations of Egypt civilization, cemetery 117. The burials at site 117 were loosely flexed, frequently multiple in general. Wadan graves were simply shallow oval pits covered by flat slabs of rock. Now, if I go earlier in this presentation, you'll see the Natufians, same type thing. In few instances, the large horns of giant wild cattle were found just above the grave, suggest that at least some burials were marked with these horns. Now, this is agricultural practice that was already being practiced in the Near East, where up towards like the Turkey region, where they had built Göbekli Tepe before this right here. And it says some of these burials were marked with these horns in a manner of early dynastic use, such ornamental royal graves, and the long-standing Egyptian religion's concern with cows cited by Herodotus. Right, and here on the right, this right here is back to the priest woman of amongst the Natufians, and it's showing the same thing. This woman was relatively old for her time, and at her death, she had placed by a mud plaster in a rock-lined pit. Oh, hold on. It says right there. Oh, look back. In a rock-lined pit, and buried beneath her on a slab stone. Male gazelle horns were both functional and spiritual uses in the Natufian context. So these people right here came from the Near East. They using the same burial practices, but it gets worse. This right here, evidence of the first race war in recorded history, when these people who descended from the Natufians came down into the Near East. Let's see what they did to them, bro. This right here says Saharan remains may suggest the first race war 13,000 years ago, reported by David Keyes. This was reported in Independent. Work carried out at Liverpool John Moores University, the University of Alaska, and New Orleans Tulane University indicates that they were part of a general sub-Saharan originating population. The ancestors of modern Black Africans. So these people that were killed here were our ancestors. All right, that's what they saying. All right. Oh, let me see. So this right here, and if they said that this is the first race war ever, and if you go, you'll see that these people were killed with stabbed. They were stabbed to death. I mean, it was brutal. Like it got to the point. This is why the archaeological dark age emerged in Egypt again, because the native Egyptians were hunters and gatherers. They don't do megalith, monoliths, and things like that. They don't do farming. They don't really leave much of an archaeological record. So it went back to that way of life because they ran these people up out of there, and it was brutal slaughter. Men, women, children. They ain't care. They killed everything. And they didn't come back into that region until almost 4,000 years later, man, because of that slaughter. And that's what them Africans did to our ancestors. I yield right there, man.
All right, we're gonna go back to it. Hey, man, but they're gonna be confused when the way you use the word African, though. You know what I'm saying?
All right. What you want me to say? Them Hamites?
No, because you made
it, or the Nilotics.
There you go. Yeah. I think that's better. Nilotics, because people were like, "Well, we are Africans," in which we all would fall under the
that categorization.
Categorization, yeah.
So that's what them Nilotics did to our ancestors, because the Natufians carried E1B1.
You know why? Right. You know why I said that, James? Because somebody take that clip and teach that we got hatred for all Africans.
Yeah. True. That's true. But it ain't really about hatred. It's about, man, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's history. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I'm not tripping, but people trip when they come to history. They don't, if it ain't sweet sounding, like in what was that verse? I forgot the verse. Good to the ear. I can't think of it now. Isaiah 31st. They ain't trying to rock with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, had to throw that little disclaimer out there for a minute, especially because it's Black History Month.
But like I was saying, when he go to talk about Naphtha Playa, he talking about them Asiatics that came down there and started building stuff, and then them Nilotics decided to slaughter them and run them up out of there. So you talking about Asiatic culture, brother? Right.
And what I don't know if I remember Zion Lexx even bringing up the Neolithic Revolution. I would always stick people with the Neolithic Revolution, and that just goes to your point that the Asiatics or the Natufians were already doing agriculture and started civilization, and the Levant, and then migrated down into Egypt and to other places. You know what I'm saying? So powerful information, man. Let's see what else this brother got to bring to the table, man.
See, we
find pottery of agriculture, fishing evidence, grinding stones, granaries, livestock remains. We also find evidence of the advanced astronomical knowledge in the form of monumental structures, which also may have been used in ceremonial practices. So we got a belief. This is part of civilization. They have ceremonial practices. They have certain things going on. They cultivate, they formulate structure. They got a whole society going on. I want to hurry up and get to this writing. We talk about writing wasn't formed in Egypt. They just found this out, last year, 2016, 2015. An animal depictions between 5,500 years to 6,000 years later inscriptions found the northern site in pre-dynastic Egypt. But perhaps the most impressive find was that a large panel featuring 4 signs of written in the form of right to left. The writing directions which became the dominant in letter and later in Egyptian text. Now here's another thing. You don't really find the Sumerians or Mesopotamian people coming into Egypt until the second half of the Naqada period. Before that, Africans or the Nile Valley population already had things going on. Not to mention, I didn't bring up agriculture because I couldn't post the article that was found in Libya. Remember that the Tufians come out of the Sahara through the Libyan population. If you follow the phylogenetic tree, if you look up E3B, that same paternal marker leaks out.
There's no evidence for that in the archeological record. Pause there real quick to shoot. There's no evidence. How you gonna say that? Show me one skeleton, one burial in anywhere in Africa of a sub-Saharan African before or someone with the sub-Saharan African phenotype before you find them in the Natufians. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, some scholars they link them to Neanderthals. So you tricked.
Well, they argued that, but they found that the Natufians carried something in their DNA that fights off Neanderthal DNA that we also carry in ours. You know what I'm saying? Which is why we don't have Neanderthal DNA, because our DNA kills it off.
You Israelites do. Y'all go here.
I knew you go throw something in there.
Just to show we ain't biased. You know what I'm saying? We got King Seth on here.
Yep. My thing is he doing a good job at giving certain properties of civilization right in here, the animal zoos earlier, stuff of that nature. But civilization is a whole package. And when you're saying where did it go, where did it start at first, you got to show all those things being first in wherever he's trying to argue. I'm guessing in Egypt, right?
Yeah.
So he had to show it first there. And I'm like, how do you get around the Neolithic Revolution? How do you get around that? You know what I'm saying? Writing is powerful, but I mean, like, damn, like they were doing that 13,000 BCE. You all the way at 3,200 BCE, 5,000 BCE.
Or I could go to the Cabaret complex there before them at Ohallo too. That already shows the first earliest primitive forms of farming, and that's like 19,000 BCE.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna speak on Zion until you get to his round, and we'll talk about it. I just felt like I would have went that route. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna jump out real quick.
All right, King. So,
all right, so y'all
go Coast Gorillas.
Which gave rise to the other group. So what I'm trying to say is that the base of this specific marker goes back to the Horn of Africa. When it comes to the Mesopotamians or the Sumerians, we don't know who they are. Even when you had the Uruk population, we had trade routes that goes to Tel El Sakan that was going in between from the Levant all the way to.
Also, I want to add this before we continue with his presentation. When these people try to stick you with these origin points of where they think people are from, I always ask for a specimen because with my research, we don't find a lot of specimens to reflect the model. You know what I'm saying? This is all inferential data, but you guys as laymen and commoners, you don't know that. You're just reading the article and says, "Oh, well, it says it."
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why when you go to these articles, hit the supplemental information and read it. They tell you verbatim that this is all hypothesis, inferential. You know what I'm saying? Based on the model that they have available to them. It's not based off anything concrete.
Well, you know what, Jashu, though, but you know, we the source, baby. So we gotta go ahead and show and prove that.
You got a source?
Hold on. Yeah, you know, when we man, my just froze. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I can give sources on that genetic
you know
dating.
that you know that one where it talks about where L3 mitochondria start up in and got the DE.
Oh yeah, I got that in the presentation. Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say that's what I was gonna pull up.
That's a whole nother model that completely flips that Horn of Africa stuff on his head. Let me open it. I got that source. You open that. So y'all always keep that in mind. They try to stick you with haplogroups, and then they'll try to say that the haplogroup had to originate somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Ask them to give you a specimen. You understand? That's all inferential data, man. That's not on anything. That's not based on anything concrete or definitive. Exactly. And that's why we tell people we will debate you on this.
And something I realized too is when you're looking at them DNA and from when they dated, the coalescent dates, which is where they actually don't use it based on the models that they have in inference to the date. They use it based actually on the DNA and the most recent common ancestor of it. Seems to better reflect the archaeological record, because the coalescent date for the split of E1B1 into E1B1A and E1B1B is about 14,000 BCE. And that's real close to the time when the Natufians split into when one went north and one went south. And the ones that went north seem to be going with E1B1B. Those went south seem to have E1B1A.
Yep.
Or the ones that went into Europe seem to have E1B1B, I say.
Yep, somebody in the comments said Ngozi is a fast talker. Yeah, you got to watch people like that, man. But he always talk like that. Not when he came on the show, I was like, bro, slow down, bro. Are you nervous? Like, you can't. I don't understand everything you're saying because it's machine gun speech. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You just blurting stuff out. That slow down, go point for point. And a lot of people think fast talkers are trying to swindle you, man. So it's not a good look. But this is the article you're talking. I can pull the actual article up, but I had it in a slide. It says, a Eurasian origin and back migration to Africa has been proposed for the African Y chromosome haplogroup E. Inside Africa, frequency distributions of maternal L3 and paternal E lineages are positively correlated. This correlation is not fully explained by geographic or ethnic affinities. This correlation rather seems to be a result of a joint and global replacement of the old autochthonous male and female African lineages by the new Eurasian incomers. So, like the brother said, this article is saying that the haplogroup E had its origin outside of Africa in Eurasia, and then came into Africa and replaced the autochthonous or original Africans or Paleo Africans, right? So, that's the article that you're talking about, the carriers of the mitochondrial DNA microhaplogroup L3 by Vincent Cabrera, man. So he proposes a model. Did we lose the brother? Yeah, we lost him.
Hey, now I came back. I had left for a second, then I came right back because my screen had froze.
Oh, could you see my screen?
Yeah, I could when you was talking, but it was another part that I wanted to get to up in this thing right here. Yeah, right here. I got it up right here. Let me show it. Can you see it? My screen?
Yeah, I got you. There you go.
All right, cool. Yeah, like you were saying, the article carriers of the mitochondrial DNA macro haplogroup L3 basal lineages migrated back to Africa from Asia, which we keep trying to tell these dudes 70,000 years ago. And then here in the conclusions right here, because I don't want to go through the whole article, but, it's just a summary of the conclusion. These results are congruent with a model proposing an out of Africa migration into Asia, followed by the northern route of earlier atomically modern humans carrying pre-L3 mitochondrial lineages around 125,000 years ago. So this is when they claim that we were some type of base Homo sapien. You know, we was just like Homo sapien Eldautu, which was around about the same time Neanderthals and Denisovians was around. Subsequent diversifications of pre-L3 basal lineages of L3, a return of Africa to Eurasian fully modern humans around 70,000 years ago, carrying the basal L3 lineage, and the subsequent diversification of Eurasian remaining L3 lineages into M and N lineages in the out of Africa context. Now, my point in wanting to read this because we don't have any skeletons and nothing like that, because if you go into this article, it'll tell you that this model right here that they're proposing better reflects the actual archaeological record, and that now these haplogroups didn't seem to arise in Africa. They seem to have split off sometime in Eurasia. Let me see. All right, climate conditions and the presence of Neanderthals and other hominids might have played significant roles in the human movements. Moreover, recent studies based on ancient DNA and whole genome sequences are also compatible with this hypothesis. So this hypothesis that showed that we was in the Near East, our ancestors carrying DE, and when it split from D into E, then it came back into Africa, fits the whole model we've been telling these dudes for the longest, but now it seems that the DNA is catching up with what we've been saying before we even knew anything about this.
Right. So yeah, man, y'all got to get used to it. We them Eurasian incomers that came into Africa and replaced the autochthonous male, the original people of Africa. Now, what's funny about that is a lot of people say that's the Hamitic hypothesis. Man, that's history. That's what the genome is showing us, that we did go in and replace A and B haplogroups. That's what we're talking about when we say autochthonous.
Yeah, A and B. That's right. Those are the original Nile Valley Africans, not you. All right.
Maybe polite. maybe polite, and maybe Rabon.
Now Rabon Arab, man.
he Arab, so he still has. Okay, all right, cool.
Egypt. This is why until this day you find monuments and statues of Egyptian pharaohs and Egyptian kings in the Levant more than you find some of the Hebrew.
What does that have to do with the debate?
What I'm saying is that the Levant was a part of the Egyptian territory. Just follow the timeline. So I want everybody to look up Tel Es Sukan. Tel Es Sukan. They had a trade route right there. Not to also mention through the Trail of Horus, you can find the ancient Egyptians going backwards and forth in between the Levant to Tel El Sudan or Sukan, trading with Syrian populations and other populations. So let me go a little bit further down. I got.
But what did that have to do with anything, though?
Up, man, because I don't
a lot of dressing, no salad.
Writing system hieroglyphics, ideographs, and phonographics. So he talks about how certain languages, like when it comes to the wedge language in cuneiform that we know is Sumerian text, it has more of a phonetic detail. But the thing is about the Sumerian language, it has nothing to do with.
That's what I'm saying. It's more advanced.
Why? Because it has short consonants. They don't really know what it is. The only thing that we know about Sumerian is the detail from the Akkadians. And what language family do the Akkadians speak? Afro-Asiatic. That's why Afro-Asiatic is important. Afro-Asiatic in a proto-form comes out of Africa. So the Akkadians were more genetically closer to Africans than the Sumerians. Based off the genetic findings, and I'll talk about it a little later, these people were common Near Eastern populations that had nothing to do with the African components that you find coming in. Not to mention, before the Sumerians were even in Ubad, they already had the people in Uruk, before they settled in Uruk, the Ubaid population. When you look at the certain components that they have before they settled there, a lot of systems were already being in a pre-phase with the Proto-Ubaid group, which also again goes back to those populations that's related to the Natufians. The Natufians are not, he tried to say in one lecture, the Natufians were the Sumerians. They're not the same. Just like the Akkadians are not the same as Sumerians. But in the early pre-king list, you see Semitic people there, even before you found the Sumerians. So you had different groups of people there. A lot of the Semitic group comes from a population called the Harifian groups. And the Harifian groups were the ones who gave rise to that second or third strand of what we know as Semitic that gave rise to the population that you see. Bottom line, Sumerians ain't us.
Hold on, quick, just shoot.
They are.
Natufians are like, I think it's like 68% basal Eurasian. And basal Eurasians definitely was in that region of the world during that time period. They're the main source of the spread of agriculture throughout the world. They're the ones where you're getting the e-markers coming out of. So they were definitely in that region. So I don't know what Ngozi talking about it, but you know, he ain't got no sources. He just running his mouth.
Yep.
Linguistically, it's an Iceland. What we do know about is that when the Akkadians came and took it from them, a cousin to Northeast Africans from the Arabian Peninsula, they took that shit, took the territory, and took their little wedge language that was based off of counting and keeping tabs on resources and numbers. They took that shit and used it as a skill.
So they had antecedents then.
Yeah. Not saying they were more primitive, not saying they were more stupid, but they used it to benefit themselves.
You admitting that they, you know what I'm saying, had this shit already.
So, by the bottom line, when you read this,
you got 1 minute.
Okay, when I want to read this, it says, it should be fully understood that hieroglyphs is just like cuneiform began as pictographs began as civilization which reached the early dynastic phases. It is likely that cuneiform hieroglyphs developed independently and both implemented the phonetic aspects of time. Progress and new efforts have been made to reevaluate the Egyptian hieroglyphs as audio pictograph, considering the notion that if hieroglyphs were simply pictographs, they would be easily translated and would not represent abstract ideas of truth, justice, and emotions to make grammatical distinctions. That's it. Bottom line. So bottom line is the Egyptians, even in a proto phase, you find a developmental process of complex writing. That timeline that they give when it comes to Nama and different things don't make sense, because even when you look at the scorpion coin, go ahead.
Go ahead. You could have finished your statement.
So even when you look at the scorpion coin or the scorpion tag, it's an issue going on. Bottom line is that they already had that form of communication going on. You don't have a leak linguistically going from 100 to a 200-year span to have that complexity of a writing system. As I showed, they had a form of writing 6,000 years ago. So it is what it is.
What was the dates?
All right, time. All right, there it is.
Say they had a writing system. Don't give me no time.
Your screen, please, brother. Zion Lexx, you got 10 minutes, my brother. We're gonna wait till the brother clear.
I would have hit him with, okay, evidence of writing. Boom, you got that, right? I wouldn't even argue that. Where does language come from? Who does language come from? Language itself. The Afro-Asiatic is the parent language group, the Proto-Afro-Asiatic. That comes from the EP2 carriers. That's going to go back to where? That's going to go back to the Levant, man. That's why he's trying to be slick and say, well, Levant was a part of Egypt. Because he know that.
He trying to adopt that shit.
Yeah.
There wasn't no Egypt around when the Natufians was around. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, man, that's how I would have.
They like, you know what it is on the African tectonic plate, baby. It's part of Egypt now.
Now they want to do that. But
yeah, when we were saying that, they ain't like it.
Yep. Double standard.
The screen. I appreciate all the donations that you coming with, but please, if you do make any donations, can you please send it to that GoFundMe right there? I would appreciate it. Thank you, family. We appreciate all donations. Thank you. But we want to get this studio up and running.
Oh, here goes
stuff like this.
Go ahead, King.
There you go, brother Zion Lexx. You got 10 minutes. Time will start when you start. Which civilization came first? Let's go, brother.
Salute. Tom, ready?
Whenever you start, time starts.
Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Excellent. You can always tell when somebody's microwaving information because they sound like somebody that's trying to tell you how to take a drug, whereas 30 seconds of the video is the information pertaining to the drug, And the last 50, 60 seconds is how it's gonna kill you. The way Ngozi speaks, like he's not
First
sure of
critique,
himself.
I ain't really like that.
He definitely know he's not sure of himself. And I'm also gonna ask him to unmute his mic. So I let her stop my time.
Yes, go ahead, brother.
The brother he gotta mute his mic, man.
Yeah, I just did it. I just did it when I heard him.
What's going on, man? We gotta be professional, brother. So,
All right.
All right. So,
yeah, brother. Time was. See, I stop your time.
Thank you.
So you'll see it.
Thank you.
So time will start when you start, brother.
The brother microwaved so much information that it was hard to fact check him every step of the way. But I was taking notes to curve him. And here we start. We're going to start with the first one. So, there are 7 major signs of civilization. 7 major signs. Having a central government, having a legal code, complex religion, specialization in jobs, social classes, hierarchy, art, architecture, the building of dams, dikes, writing, public work projects, canals, levees. Sumer is the first region to show signs of civilization. Is the first major city to appear in Sumer. They hit their peak at about 3000 BC is when they hit their peak. The earliest structures in the world regarded as temples are all in the region of Sumer. Shout out to Brother Garfield, who already told the oldest temple in the world is in Turkey, right adjacent to Sumer. And the original Turks were black. They would look nothing like the Turks you see today. One thing I want to remind everyone is that I was taking notes, so everyone's going to see it when we play back in the video. The first 7 slides that Brother Ngozi shared didn't have a single source on it. Every other slide that he did share had Wikipedia or online sources. That is microwaving information. The brother didn't share a single goddamn book, which means he was on Google and Wikipedia all day. This is what you bring me, Sarnetta? I'm going to rip his...
Hey, you know what? He called that, too. I'm going to say that. He called that.
Technology is responsible for the very naming of the Bronze Age.
But my thing about what he's presenting, where is his citation? I know later on he gives books and stuff, but where's his citation for this information? That's one of the critiques and takeaways I got from Zion Lexx. He got to put his citation on the page or have a list of references or something. We don't know where this is coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bronze Age civilization is where we get what's called the historical period. The historical period begins circa 3500 BCE. That's where we are introduced to writing. The Sumerians have the oldest writing on record, as we're about to establish. The Sumerians also create the earliest irrigation systems. They control the flooding and maximize crop production. They invented the wheel. They invented the sail and the plow. Many Sumerian inventions were inspired by Egyptian myths. Many of the Egyptian myths were inspired. For instance, we read about Khnum, and Khnum is fashioning man on a potter's wheel, and he's making man of clay. Well, I understand.
The reason I love using StreamYard, well, that's easy. I can make, Chris Brogan, I can make a show.
And that the story is told in Kemet, but the potter's wheel was developed in Sumer. That means the mythos coming out of Kemet is birthed in Sumer, because the very machinery upon Khnum is working on, it was birthed in Sumer. Secondly, Asar is said to brought in agriculture into Kemet, according to the mythos of the region. According to the mythos of the region of Kemet, Asar is the one who introduces agriculture. Well, agriculture has its earliest representations of the Sumer. Bronze, they were the first to forge bronze, the first people from copper and tin around 3000 BC. According to the University of Chicago Oriental Institute, the earliest dams and canals and levees were engineered by the Sumerians. The origins of levee-based irrigation in the Nippur area, southern Mesopotamia. Source, T.J. Wilkinson, Jothary Jafar, 2016. The brother didn't quote not a single damn book, nor a single really established legitimate institution. What are we doing here, Sarnetta? You enjoy when I take heads? Here we go. In the World of Sumer by Samuel Noah Kramer, page 139. The world's first farming almanac is formed in Sumer. Here's something that brother Ngozi did that I'm gonna take the time really quick to point out. The brother began with a timeline that extends far beyond 10,000 BC. Notice we're talking about civilization. We're not talking about the emergence of high cultures. It's common sense to any idiot that culture precedes civilizations. There were thousands of culture before we get the world's first civilization. The fact that he starts talking about culture before he starts talking about civilization, that's what y'all need to check for. That's the game he's trying to play. The same game that Jabari played when he talked about Lucy being 3.2 million years old. In our conversation on which civilization came first, we shouldn't be talking about Lucy. We shouldn't be talking about any Neolithic civilizations. We're talking about the Bronze Age period where civilization is cited. This came from the Wayne State University Press, 1998. The ISBN number is also there. So we sharing books on this side, not Wikipedia articles. The Oriental Institute of Chicago, August 2019, I was there. This is a video. For some reason, I'm unable to play it. That's cool. Sarnetta, I'm going to send you the original video where you could tie it back in. This is me at the Oriental Institute of Chicago. You guys are about to see pictures of me there, so you'll confirm it for yourself.
But you see, he tried to keep it encapsulated in the Bronze Age, and I wouldn't have took that route personally. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if you put yourself, if you get yourself those constraints, okay, now you're in the same time period, that makes it easy to make the argument, or easier, let me put it like that, to make the argument for civilization in Egypt. I would just go before that period, like we said earlier, and go to the root. The root is not in Egypt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think there's an argument against that.
I mean, I think more or less he was just saying that the argument is when did civilization start, not what's all the antecedents that led to it.
Yeah, I agree with him there. But it's like, man, I don't know.
The Oriental Institute of Chicago, they credit Mesopotamia to have the origins of writings. Moving on. This brother ain't quote down a single academic source yet. This is Penn University. Penn University says the world's oldest writing is in 3500 BCE, and it's in ancient Sumer. I knew the brother was going to come in with Google and Wikipedia. That's why I wrote it on the goddamn screen. The brother's talking a whole lot of talk, but he got no work, no action. He definitely don't got no field work. The brother has sat in his home or on his phone or in his car and researching articles. I see you, Sarnetta. Whereas I'm actually outside doing the field work. Where's your field work, young man? You're a little wet behind the ears this evening, but I'm going to check you the right way. The Kish tablet goes back to 3500 BC to 3200 BC. The Kish tablet is inscribed with proto-cuneiform signs. It has been dated to 3500 BC, the Middle Uruk period. This is me at the Oriental Institute of Chicago looking at the Kustal incense burner. I'll come back to all the parts that I skipped on the rebuttal. I'm not going to do what that brother do with microwaving information. When we talk about one of the signs of civilization is having governmental structure, having a legal code, the oldest legal code in Kemet is the 42 Laws of Ma'at. That's the oldest complete full legal code. The oldest one that we have is the Papyrus of Mehepri, dated to 1397 to 1386 BC. And that you could credit to scholar M. Fudiji in the community. We're going to also quote the black scholars. However, there's something known as the Stele of Ur-Nammu. You can find it in the Museum of Turkey. It's recorded in the Sumerian Renaissance period, which is circa 2112 to 895 BCE. The Stele of Ur-Nammu is the oldest legal code in the world. Kemet's legal code doesn't come up until damn near a full 1,000 years later, the Papyrus of Mehepri. Let's move on. Brother don't got me started. He talking about legal codes and he's not on the scene. Here's me again, Philadelphia, Penn University. Brother Ngozi, where the hell is your field work? Brother Ngozi, where the hell are you demonstrating your knowledge? Wikipedia and Google not gonna cut it, buddy. You gotta actually go to the scene of crime. This is the stele of Hammurabi. It's dated to 1800 BC. It makes it 500 years older than the 42 laws of Ma'at. The oldest rendition of the 42 laws of Ma'at is in the Papyrus of Mehefre. You kidding me? This is light work. Who were the Egyptians? How much time I got, Sarnetta? I'm already on the next side. A minute. Let me go back and check him a little bit, because he says some real foolish things that shows he don't really know what the hell he's talking about. So I think he also showing his age. When Ngozi went to, let me put up the part of writing. When Ngozi went to his ninth slide, counted the number 9. He said that the oldest writing in Kemet was written from right to left. I bet you Ngozi don't know that more than likely was not the Medu Neter. Why? Because the Medu Neter can be written in any direction, whether it be left to right, whether it be right to left, whether it be top to bottom. The script in Kemet that's written from right to left is hieratic, the priestly script, and that comes shortly after Medu Neter. The hieratic script comes shortly after Medu Neter, and he just said the oldest representation of it is that which is coming from right to left. So again, he's looking crazy out here. Also, he started covering things that we're supposed to be covering in the second half. He started talking about who the Egyptians was. We're going to touch on that later. And how much more time I have, Sarnetta? I'm going to say to people, beware of people who just got Google and Wikipedia scholarship and can't quote a single book and never show their face in the field.
All right, man. That's the end of his round. He brought up some poignant points about who had the law code first. Like I said, that whole thing is going to be decided upon who had the whole package first or where it started. And, you know, from my research, I believe it started in the Mesopotamian Near Eastern area. You know what I'm saying? In particular, the Levant.
As far as what in particular?
The civilization.
But you said a little bit earlier that it was a combination of all those things, not just one or the other.
What are you talking about? Civilization?
Yeah, because you have to have the monoliths, you have to have writing, you have to have the governmental structure, you have to have all that, not one or the other.
Those are the signs. Those are the signs. But in order to get all those things, you got to have farming. You have to agriculture. Yeah. So,
but that's not. But it's not civilization yet. Then it's just a Neolithic revolution.
Yeah, but I think the Neolithic. Well, I don't think I studied it. The Neolithic revolution sparked civilization.
Correct. Definitely.
And if I find out where it sparked it, then that knocks Egypt out the ballpark. So I felt like
so you pretty much saying it all starts in the Levant.
Yeah. That's the angle I would have came in and Ngozi with. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These are good arguments, and I've heard them before. The Keys tablet showing that law code. And while he was talking, I was trying to find a source. Egypt has no legal code, no preserved legal code. Ancient Egypt has no preserved legal code at all. And he brought up the Papyrus of Ani and the reference to the 42 laws of Ma'at, but there is no complete legal code. I'm trying to find it in the ancient Near Eastern text. I have a source on that, but he went through it. That time went by fast, man. How long was it Ngozi round?
Man, I didn't time it.
Yeah, so we got this book. This book goes through the Hittite, the Egyptian. Okay, here we go. Egyptian historical text. Let me get the legal text.
But I think because of the way Zion pretty much was sunning Ngozi, it just goes downhill for him from here.
Yeah, man.
He took exception to that too much. Like you could tell that really bothered him. Like,
all right, I got the source. I got the source right here. Let me share this. Stop sharing this and share that. Let me answer Dez real quick. Dez the hero. Hey, Yashu, while you're still going to finish the Black Jews of Africa, I've been waiting for the heat, bro. Yes, we will finish that. We will finish that. Just taking me a minute to actually process that and transform it, translate it into PowerPoint mode. And I got to get those 3 chapters into PowerPoints. And once I get those 3 chapters into PowerPoints, we will do that video. So it is coming. Only one more part left, and that book will be completed. And we're doing To the Prophets book, by the way. So stay tuned. Yes, we will be completing that. But I want to show you this source, Ancient Near Eastern Texts by, I believe, James Pritchard is who wrote who compiled it. All right, so you guys should be able to see that on the screen right there. Ancient Near Eastern text relating to the Old Testament with supplementary evidence, right? So in this book, if you no, I don't want to search. Let me blow this up. Hold on. In this book, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know how well you can see it. It's over here on the left. I'm trying to figure out how to blow it up. It's not letting me do it.
It's right there. You see where it say 133%, 133%?
Yeah, there you go. All right, boom. So you guys should be able to see it now. Documents from the practice of law. And when you get to the Egyptian section, this is all it has to say. A royal decree of temple privilege. And it says no codes of laws have been found for ancient Egypt. This means either that such collection of laws were written on papyrus and leather and so have not survived, or that the pharaonic Egypt did not codify law, but rather operated on the basis of topical justice originated in the word of the God King. We do possess royal decrees framed to meet particular situations. Most common are charters of immunity granting a temple exemption from civil obligation. The fallen degree of the 5th dynasty pharaoh Neferika Re, 26th century BC, freed the personnel of the temple of Osiris and Abydos from forced labor for the state. So the point I wanted to bring from this is when you looking at ancient Egypt, there is no evidence of a codified law at all. At all. You understand? So that, like, him bringing up the what did he bring up? The Kish tablet?
The Code of Ernamu.
That's a heavy hitter, man, because we have no evidence that was a practice to codify law in ancient Egypt.
No, whatsoever. They have a concept of balance, but that's more like a deity. It's not a code. Right. All right, let me pull that video back up. And even when you look at the Papyrus of Anya, the 42 confessions, they're not a law code. They're confessions.
Right, it happens after you die, right?
Mm-hmm. You're just saying you didn't do these things during your lifetime, and different people had different things written there, so it wasn't like a code.
Yep. So anybody pushing that, just let them know there's no evidence. Provide me a citation, article, or something showing that ancient Egypt had a written legal code, man.
Right. Take your screen, please. All right. Brother Ngozi, you is up, my brother. Let's go, Ngozi. You got 10 minutes to rebut in this round. That's why I was telling you, you ain't got to rush. You ain't got to speed. You got another 10 minutes. This is still the first round. And I don't want y'all to keep asking me how much time you got, because I'm going to keep showing you. That way it won't take you off. Just keep going. I'm going to hold the time up so you can see it. As it gets up. No, I'm going to do that at least 3 times so y'all know. So y'all ain't got to get thrown off. Brother Ngozi, you got 10 minutes of your rebuttal.
Let me make sure I can
Yeah, time will start when you start.
I gotta be able to share my screen again.
Yes.
because the shutter screen part is gone again.
Powerful presentation, brother Zion.
I did.
And I want to let you know, Zion didn't call nobody no names. He was just hard and strong. And that's how we're going to continue to do it.
No.
Y'all can be strong with it.
No. I got love for him, but he disrespected me. Just because you do field work, that don't mean a goddamn thing.
Okay, hold on, Goldie. You gonna get him?
So I want to point this out too, because Tazariak, we love our brother Tazariak, but he came at the end and said that Zion Lexx had came with a different energy, a disrespectful energy. He wasn't professional, but we can clearly see Zion Lexx wasn't unprofessional. You know what I'm saying? He was attacking him professionally, saying, hey, he didn't look at these certain things. He's not doing quote unquote field work. He didn't call the man out his name or nothing like that. The only person that's turned up and beside himself is Ngozi. Ngozi did that first. And this is the moment of the debate that happened. So I just want to point that out because Captain Tazariak does call in and he kind of charged Zion Lexx with that unjustly, in my opinion.
Hey, man, hold up. He was taking shots, man. He was taking shots too. He was talking about this kind of show your age. He ain't ready. He don't even belong here with me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting them, bro.
But I think that kind of talk right there is just that's not unprofessional in
it's
my
part of the showmanship of it all.
Yeah, that's not like
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't go in on him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he didn't go. I don't think he went overboard, but I think he was sunning him, kind of feeling like you ain't ready for this level yet. He was putting it in a perspective like that. And Ngozi took exception to it, but I think it worked out in his favor though. Because Ngozi gonna take exception to it like that, he gonna be off his game.
Right. Yep. Because he came in with this type of spirit and had vitriol behind his words. And so I got love for you, bruh. What you about to say ain't got nothing to do with love. It ain't rainbow.
Ain't no love in that.
Right.
Be able to go in. All right. We ain't calling no names though. You can go in.
I'm not gonna disrespect the brother like that.
Right. Let me know when you're ready. Go in when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
Just because you do field work don't mean shit because you're focused on your Mesopotamian thing to keep your faith alive. But here's the line where
and that, my ladies and gentlemen, is called a red herring. You're not addressing his argument. You're giving it, the only reason you're even talking about this is because of your faith.
He always do that. No.
Is it true? Is the information he's talking about true or false? We don't care about that. That's a red herring. You're trying to distract the people from the actual facts and actual evidence being presented during the debate.
I agree with you. And that's usually, from my conversations with the brothers, usually when he fell back into a corner, he started doing that.
That's not scholarship, man. That's fallacies. That's fallacious argumentum. And you guys overly rely on that. And all your arguments and all your debates, you run to fallacies. You gonna see.
I got this book right here. This is a book right here. This is a book right here. This is a book right here. This is another book on pre-dynastic Egypt. You see this?
Here's another thing I got a problem with. Just showing me the damn book is not telling me anything about the contents of the book. What's the purpose of you doing that? You just flexing books?
And we learned the other day, you know what I'm saying? Christina Harris didn't even read page 1 of the book. You know what I'm saying? So showing a book don't mean nothing.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing, man. Like you gotta actually, all right, this in this page 69, it says paragraph 3 that right here, this is where it cuts you at, Zion Lexx. He not doing that. This is all a stunt, man. Sensationalism.
He lied. He's a liar. That's what they do.
He's a liar off of what? Based off of what? Because you showed a hardcover of a book? This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? He'll pull the wool over people's eyes, you know what I'm saying? And you play out the fact that our people are ignorant and they're not studious. That's what you guys do. Oh well, he did show a book. Oh, okay, did he go into that? Did he go into the book and read it?
Did that book say anything he said?
Exactly.
Dude, I'm not disrespecting him, but I'm just saying
Look at Zion's face. Perfect. That's perfect. Like, what was that all about? Like,
yeah.
You didn't even say anything. Like, what? Like, we lost. That was all a red herring, man.
Playing games. That's the Brooklyn Magic.
That was all feelings, man.
Brooklyn Magic. You're dealing with a Fulani, brother. I'm a different situation. I'm a different type of.
What they got to do with anything? He showed another damn book. You the one that's doing magic. You the one that's doing magic right now. You didn't got the
focus, man. The bait and switch.
Right, because everybody know the key to magicians is the sleight of hand, and that's what you just did, man. Very, very crafty.
Monster. Wallahi. Now dig this right quick. I ain't finna go there. I'm wet behind the ears.
You know He's trying to get the Afrocentrics on the side, man.
I do use Wikipedia as long as it got citations and it links you to the so-called original sources.
Here's the problem with that. You gotta have your citation in the Wikipedia or show the citation from the Wikipedia.
Exactly. Go into that citation. See what it actually says.
Yep.
Quote directly from it. Not copy and paste Wikipedia.
Yep. That's lazy scholarship. Lazy scholarship. Like you brought up Christina Harris got busted yesterday for that lazy scholarship, man. Garfield got busted. When I debated him, he was like, oh, the Secor didn't write that book. He didn't write that book. I said, why are you speaking about Secor as a person? That's an organization. If you would have read the goddamn book, not even the book, if you would have just read the chapter that spoke about the Secor, you would know that. I was like, you niggas just don't read, man.
It doesn't even matter. I don't know where you got that from. You got to know about citations. But if you're on the field, that's cool. But you're trying to prove your Semitic theory or whatever. But let me go back to the rest of my slides, yo. Matter of fact, let me see where I'm at.
And then I would also like to applaud Zion Lexx because he took that damn mask off. But it goes, he still got his on and don't understand that you sound muffled with that on too, man. That hurts your performance.
And you talk too fast.
And yeah, that's a horrible combination. Mush mouth and with speed, bro. And you, but that's like mumble rap, man. No, we ain't trying to.
Oh yeah, and dealing with that guy that he used, Kranger, because I know a lot of his sources come from. Let me put this up here, right here. Put that right there. That's a book right there, right? Could you see it, sir?
Not yet. Let me know if you want me to stop the time.
Don't stop it yet. I just want y'all to see this.
We don't see nothing yet. That's why I said you could say stop and let you get time to pull it up.
Stop it right quick.
All right.
Because I don't know why it's not letting me have the option to share.
Yeah, you don't want to waste your time while you're trying to pull up your stuff.
Hey, that's his fault, man.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Supposed to be prepared.
Let me see something. I want to get this pulled up again. I'm trying to find out. Computer tweaking. It's not even wiki, bro. That's sad that he made that up. But I'm trying to be able to put
share your screen. Just say share.
Oh, it's not giving me the options no more. For some reason, this laptop is kind of wobbly, so I'm freestyling with it, trying to get it all up.
If the laptop is wobbly, just level it.
Because the option to share it isn't even up anymore.
Oh man, you gotta go down.
Don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I am, but it's not giving me the option no more. It was there at first, but it's gone.
That's what's going on. He's shook right now.
Hey, Console, if you watching, remember I told your boy had lost? Hey, sometimes you gotta admit when your boy lost, man. Y'all be trying to ride and die with y'all homies, but sometimes you can't defend losses, man. This whole second round, spoiler alert, he ain't gonna be able to get his computer up. He gonna have to freestyle. If you freestyle around, bro, you automatically lose that damn round, man. Stop. Come on, man.
And then exit back in.
bro.
No, it ain't cool, man. No, it ain't
Hold on
cool,
one
man.
second. You can still see me on the screen, sir?
Yeah, we still see you.
All right. My laptop, it goes out. It's turning black. So I want to be able to get this up right. So if I have to go out and come back.
Now look at that bright ass laptop shining off his forehead. He talking about it turned black. Look at them. Look how white it is on his goddamn eyeballs, man. He talking about it's black, man. Dude, lying, man.
I don't want to do that.
And why?
Glistening off. Look at it. It's glistening off his eyeballs, man.
And I just noticed Ngozi named Sharice.
Oh man.
We don't want to hear that bullshit, Sharice.
I'll just read it. Hold on.
Okay.
How can you read it if your screen black?
This is from his book that he got.
Just say where you got it from and then read it that way.
Samuel Noah Kramer. Samuel Noah Kramer. It says, be that it may be, it's highly probable the Sumerians or themselves did not arrive to Sumer until sometime in the second half of the 4th millennium BC. Just where their original home was is still quite uncertain. To judge from a cycle of epic tales,
drop your eyes below there so we can't see it on the screen while you talking about the screen don't work.
We seem to have had a unusually close and intimate relationship with the city late and known as Arata. Now I want y'all to know something about where Arata is. Arata is by Ukraine. That's north. These people were some type of trans-Caucasians. Okay? And then it says probably situated somewhere in the region of Captain Sea. Captain Sea is also by the Caucasus. So while he's trying to use Samuel Kramer doesn't even say these people are black at all.
All right, it's time to kill him. Samuel Kramer didn't say these people are black at all.
You know, I want to say one thing too. When he keeps saying that, he has to realize they're referring to the Iranian Neolithic, like the Gutians and other peoples like that, and those people are connected to the people who were living up there in the Caucasus and shit. Those are Japhites.
Yep.
The Iranian Neolithic. Those haplogroups go back to CF. So I mean, that's who Samuel Noah Kramer was talking about. That's who white people always try to connect themselves to in regards to the Indo-European languages coming from that region. It is technically a Japhetic lineage, I guess.
Yep. And I want to kill him because he said he says that Noah Kramer says nothing about these people being black.
I mean, everybody was black at this time period, so I'm trying to figure out where he's going with this.
This is also a classic example of not reading the damn book. Because if you just, I mean, how did you not even study your opponent's argument? Because this is an argument that has been used by Zion Lexx and others that bring this up.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to page 151 in Noah Kramer's book, because I have it, I'm gonna share my screen about his book about the Sumerians, and I can't even believe he actually stated this on live. Oh, they're not talking about that. All right, let's see. All right, you guys should be able to see my book now. The Sumerians, Their History, Culture, and Character by Samuel Noah Kramer. And if you go to page 151, it says, according to the myth, Enlil and the creation of the pickaxe, he was the God who separated heaven from earth, brought up the seed of the land from the earth, brought forth whatever was needful, and fashioned the pickaxe for agricultural and building purposes, and presented it to the blackheads. That is the Sumerians. The Sumerians. Or perhaps even mankind as a whole.
With their black-headed asses.
Yeah. This is in his book. Why do y'all keep doing this? He didn't say nothing about them being black. Get your goofy ass out of here, man. At this point, you guys are just goofy and slow, man. Do you actually read these books? No, you don't. You understand? And if you would have studied your opponent, the brother Zion Lex has brought this out numerous times, so you know what time it is, man. For you, when you niggas do not read, you know how I get down over here.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow.
All right, I also want to bring up 292, 293 as well, man. And we're going to bring you to the Reading Rainbow because Ngozi, take a look. It's in a book. We're going to read it to you. Same book, 292, 293. In the Curse of Agade. Because he also said, oh, he's pseudo, but he's quoting actual literature from the people in question. It says in the Curse of Agade, passages is the fact that the Meluhites are designated as the men of the Black Land. A phrase which closely parallels the expression the Black Meluhites found in the first millennium inscriptions mentioned above. For this similarity tends to indicate that the land known by the name of Meluha to the authors of the poem, who probably lived sometime about 2000 BC. So what is he talking about when he's saying he doesn't mention that these people are black at all? What is he talking about? What the hell is this man talking about? And I can go to ancient Near Eastern texts, but for the sake of time, we're just going to deal with what he brought up. You understand? So, very egregious by our brother Ngozi. Team Osiris ain't looking too good around here, man, when it comes to reading books, man. You niggas is not looking too good. All right. Back to the video.
He made it up. So that's.
We just read the book. like it goes, man. You the only one making stuff up now. At this point, you flash books on the stream, tried to flex real quick, and then you open up with this saying he didn't say nothing about them being black, bro. You lost.
The thing I'm saying, he know how to remix stuff and concoct it and put it all together. But when you read the book, the Sumerians and their history.
Yeah, if you would have read the book, Negro, you would have saw that it says that they were the black-headed people and known as the black people, man. Come on, man.
I still can't get over the screen reflecting on his eyes, but he's squaring his screen black right now.
Maybe he's talking about the Zoom out. Maybe talking about the Zoom. Ah, man, what the hell going on? He might not have had a round because he said we prepared this in an hour. You know.
And Character by Samuel Noah Kramer, he's not saying that these people black. And he also made up a lie when he said agriculture comes from Mesopotamia. It does not. You can look it up yourself, all of the audience, because I get people to think for themselves. Look up Natufians and agriculture. Agriculture starts in the Levant. And before that, you can also type up 10,000 years.
I think he said agricultural complex, didn't he?
He said in the Levant.
No, I'm saying when he was showing the agriculture in Sumo, when Zion Lex was showing the agriculture in Sumo, I mean, if he was referencing advanced agriculture, then he would be correct. And I think that it did. I can't remember exactly what it mentioned, but when I looked at it, it gave me the thoughts to advanced agriculture because it's something it said. I can't remember what it was right now, though.
You showing the channels and dams and stuff?
Yeah, that right there you go. That's advanced agriculture. Natufians wasn't doing that.
No, they wouldn't. But he just killed himself by saying, if you go before that, the Libyans 10,000 years ago, bro.
Oh, no.
The Natufian thing happened 13,000 years ago.
Yeah, at least.
Right. So I don't know what you off.
Some estimates as far back as 17.
Right.
In Africa. And if you want to go out to Prayer Wendell, you can go all the way back to Ethiopia, going all the way down. Even the boy Mark Bernal said that in Black Athena 28,000 years ago. And the genetic proof is haplogroup E3b. So if you know anything about haplogroup E3b,
man, leave that goddamn mask alone, man.
That's the sickness of what believers do. They play.
No, this is the sickness of what idiots do that don't study. Because this whole time you've been claiming he's remixing stuff. We read the book. The book actually says they were black. And then you bring up this agriculture argument and you go to E3B, where the president of E3B was in Ethiopia. That don't mean that they automatically, and then the date you assigned it, 28,000 years ago, doesn't mean they automatically had agriculture. No scholar would make an argument like that. Well, we see the DNA here, and we dated it 28,000 years ago, so Ethiopia had agriculture 28,000 years ago.
So you go back to what I was saying. Oh, go ahead.
You got it, brother. What you were saying?
I was just gonna say real quick. It go back to what I was saying earlier. You keep jumping around from time period to time period to the point where it's gonna get confusing. You confuse the damn self.
Oh snap! Yeah, man, you confusing the audience. You confusing yourself. Take that damn mask off, man. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, bro.
Play games. They manipulate information.
You mean like you just manipulated information by showing people books and they're like, well, according to this book, you lied. What? That's manipulation. Like, you didn't show us nothing. Demonstration always beat conversation.
So you can be on the field all you want, but you're in the field basing your narrative of your personal belief and also the narrative that Eurocentrists tell you. Because a lot of the
well, when you, go ahead. I gotta say it, bro.
I was only gonna say that he the one that seemed to be supporting the European narrative more than anything. We saying Africans did it. You saying white people did
it. Yep.
That's simple. You have a hell of a problem with us saying black people did that. You know what I'm saying? But why? Because the white man told you he did it. Right. That's why. You want him to have his stuff and you have yours. Instead of realizing all of it's ours.
Damn, man.
Divide and conquer. They got you.
Damn, it's because he just said, well, I don't say nowhere in this book. The reason why you got a problem with Sumerians being connected with a black phenotype, I'm gonna say that, is because in your mind, like you just said, you're pushing white supremacy. Well, we ain't got nothing to do with that damn land. We ain't got nothing to do with them people.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro. And you trying to accuse Iron Lex of that, and you doing it.
Information that you say is nothing but ancient Hamito-Semitic theory and blackface, which is based off racism. So you're black.
No, what you're saying is based off racism.
I was just about to say, you said no, ain't no niggas over there. Niggas weren't part of that. That's racist. To me, you saying that we was in Africa doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? Especially West Africa, our ass are doing nothing until these more civilized, advanced people who had contact with the Near East that was white folks in your mind, civilized our black asses.
Right, man.
Which is, ain't that what the Hamitic hypothesis was saying? The blacks with more European features, they would set them over the others?
Yep.
But they don't know because they never read the Hamitic hypothesis. They just heard a summarized version of it that they read on Wikipedia.
Right. Especially this nigga. This nigga love Wikipedia. That's what he's looking at right now.
Exactly. That's why he didn't want to share his screen, because he already was calling out that Wikipedia. He's like, oh, I can't even share my screen, man. Let me tell him my screen messed up while I'm reading from it.
Yep.
While it's glistening off my eyeballs.
Recognizing old racist arguments. And I hope that you don't use one of the other references that I know you're going to go into, who was a broad racist who disrespect Africa with all the cultivation that you see. You see Napata Playa forming astronomy. You see agriculture developing in Ethiopia all the way through Libya. Everybody that's out there, look up agriculture in Libya, 10,000 year agriculture in Libya. Also, look up the Natufians, agriculture.
That ain't in Africa, the Natufians, brother.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, that again, you keep bringing Natufians, keep shooting yourself in the damn foot. This is why you shouldn't be going with this African supremacy stuff. You shoot yourself in the damn foot every time you bring up the Natufians, because that goes back to Neolithic Revolution, which is around 13,000, and like you said, some people even bring it as far as 17,000. That kills the Libyan shit. Why you keep bringing up the Libyan argument? Come
Hey,
on,
but it's even worse than that. Guess who was in Libya? Asiatics.
Yep. We got the
Because
proof.
them ABs was just along the Nile Valley. They was going down the Nile, not in the north, not where the Asiatics have historically always been in Egypt, not the north, not the Delta, deep down the Nile. That's where they always been. All the archaeological record when we deal with skeleton, Multiman, all that's in the Nile Valley, deep in the Nile Valley. Wild animals and stuff. That's why Africa had more wild animals than anywhere else, because they was hunting and gathering for so long.
Man, I'm trying to get this source real quick. Just crush him, because he's gonna bring up the Tafarat people. But where did the Tafarat people come from? You're right.
Yeah, they come from the section that went south, and what they used to do is follow the monsoon and live a semi-agricultural lifestyle, and they follow the monsoon all around North Africa, through North Africa, up into the western part of Europe.
Yep.
Which is why our DNA is found all through the Mediterranean at that time period, because we went right along with them and spread agriculture through Southern Europe.
Yep. And man, I gotta pull this up, man. I can't let this shit slide. Come on, Ngozi, man. And then you supposed to be the DNA guy too. That should have stopped you. That alone should have stopped you from making these errors. Well, I don't know why brothers want to make Africa this continent war and bringing Africa above everything else, man. The important thing is our people did it. Our people did it.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, it just so happens they did it first
in Asia.
Yeah,
that's it. Which most older Afrocentric scholars, who they claim they give so much reference to, considered part of an extension of Africa anyway.
Right.
The Near East to them always been an extension of Africa. They've always been interconnected. I mean, we could bring up sources that show that the Middle East and Sub-Saharan Africans have always been connected since 13,000 years ago. But guess what? You ain't gonna find none of them skeletons in West Africa.
Come on, talk to him. Cause I got this bang on my string that's gonna hurt this man's feelings.
Oh, well, go ahead and hit him with it. I'm ready to see it. Off with his head.
Let me get back to the StreamYard so I can close this out. Go straight to it. Hit that like button, man. Y'all sitting in the chat. Y'all sitting up here watching us, man. Y'all ain't hitting the like button. If it's 37 people watching, it should be 37 likes. Come on, man.
And if you don't like it, you can hit that thumbs down, man. It help the algorithm too, baby. So you haters feel like y'all can participate too. Hit that thumbs down, baby.
Yeah, man. Participate. Let's get this out here. All right, so this is Africa from the MIS 6-2, population dynamics and paleo environments, right? So it says, since the arrival time is not closely constrained by the presence of obvious antecedent lineages in the Near East, the ages of U6 and M1 probably depend primarily on genetic drift within North Africa and do not posit association with the Dabi unless plausible. I want to read that part to get the mitochondrial information. Let me go to the next page real quick. Watch this. The Ibero-Maurusians, because he's going to bring these people up later. He already brought up the Tafarat. The Ibero-Maurusian in the Maghreb dates to 22,000 years ago and overlies a nondescript MSA flake industry from which it is separated by a sterile layer of several thousand years, and which itself overlies the Eterian. The pattern with U6 and perhaps also M1 implies that the modern humans who made the MSA industries were not the ancestors of those who made the Ibero-Maurusians, but rather those autochthonous North African lineages spread from further east, most likely from makers of the diamond industry, when it ultimately Southwest Asian ancestry. Let me read that again. Ultimately, Southwest Asian ancestry. At least for U6, the source of M1 is unresolved. So when we look at this information, we can see it pointing back to a Southwest Asian ancestry. You understand? So again, what we've been saying for years is coming out with the investigation of archaeogenetics. And my thing is, he keeps bringing all these points, and I'm like, you're supposed to be the DNA guy. Shouldn't he be hip to this?
No, he just know the phylogenetic tree. He don't know none of. See, he doesn't do interdisciplinary studies like what we're reading here, where they're looking at genetics, they're looking at the archaeological record together. You know what I'm saying? Like he just the phylogenetic tree. I know E1B1 gave rise to E1B1A, which and E1B1B. Like he know all that type of stuff. Oh, and this is the date that the stuff you can find on Wikipedia. He know all that stuff as far as phylogenetic tree, but he don't know nothing about what's the argument that's going on between the two right now. He ain't read none of them articles. He just picked his side and run whatever his side say.
Exactly. And then look, I'm gonna read on. It says the fact that the Ibero-Maurusians is presently dated older in the Maria than in Cyrenaica complicates the picture, but may either suggest further reverse dispersals or exchange along the Mediterranean coastline. Alternatively, there may be older Ibero-Maurusian sites awaiting further east in this connection. So it's just even more clear. They're coming from Southwest Asia. They're populating this place. They're proposing that they were coming along the Mediterranean coastline to penetrate these areas. So this is the component that he got to look into. Because again, geography shouldn't matter more than the people, man. The people should matter more than geography. And all we're saying, these people come from Southwest Asia. We've been saying this for years. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get back to the clip. Can you? I'll debate Ngozi if he show up.
Man, he gonna show up and do like he doing now, rambling, and then make everything about his feelings being hurt.
Look, man, if I debated him on the same topic, it would have been a whole lesson on the Neolithic Revolution. I would have kept him there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, man. But we're gonna see how Zion Lexx responds. I think his second round was his best round, though. Zion Lexx's second round, that is. All right, let's get to it.
Then look at their paternal markers, E3B. He cannot get past that. If he can't get past E3B, none of that is nothing he can say. We know that the Tutsians were genetically connected to the Ibero-Maurusians. So what I'm saying is he's playing.
He brought up the Ibero-Maurusians. Where did the Ibero-Maurusians come from?
Southwest Asia.
Games. I just showed a zoo. That zoo wasn't from no Wikipedia. He made that up. That was from a real actual article. He made that up to put in his narrative because he knows he's losing. He has no legs.
Does he understand that pastoralism and domestication started in the Near East?
I don't even think
he's talking about a zoo.
I don't think he understands that at all. And this is why he would have got dog walked in. Either me or you. We pretty much this is all we talk about.
Yeah.
We read on. We had a lot of articles backing us up, a lot of books backing us up, and we pretty much bounce ideas off each other all the time pertaining to this subject. Mm-hmm. So, it would have been a dark day for him if one of us would have took this debate with him.
I don't know who the Sumerians are. It says it right here by your boy Samuel Noah Kramer. Where did you get that they were Africans from? Where did you get that from? You made it up, fam. So you're showing your age. You're deteriorating in the brain, fam. If I'm behind my ears, you're deteriorating in your brain, bro. You shouldn't even do that. So you can say all of this slick jazzy stuff, but that wasn't no wiki stuff, bro. But I will continue on saying, and I got more.
He keeps saying it wasn't no wiki stuff, but you did have wiki articles.
Hey, no, I'm gonna let him do it to himself. I ain't even gonna say that.
Slides, and I tried to bunch it all together. That's what made me late, damn near 30 minutes, because I was trying to bunch it all together. It's so much stuff that I can show how African civilization developed. All those people, even 6,000 years ago, the pictograms and all that.
Getting hype don't make you right.
Egyptian hieroglyphic. You can see it. Most of their symbols was based off their environment. The symbols of the animalistic or the zoo type that was around them. They don't get right from nowhere else. Most of you go to Gunter Dreyer, ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. Gunter Dreyer, when he found the tags with the Scorpion King name on it, they had prior civilization and prior development prior before that. He stretched the time 200 more years. He went 5,200 years. Not to mention the proto-phase that you see in ancient Egypt right now, which goes back 6,000 years. All of the zoo type and hieroglyphics come from Africa. It's nothing from Mesopotamia. He made that up. And like I said, when the Akkadians, who were African cousins because they were Afro-Asiatic Semitic speaking people, when they went over there and took them Sumerian shit, they took their wedge language because it was a good method and skill for keeping up with resources and tab and exchange. So while you're trying to be slick talking about I'm acting young behind my, you acting old, bro. You 41 years old or 40, bro. You young, but you acting old, bro. Because it's like you see now that you put extra stuff and stuff that's not even there. You just use a racist for your whole narrative. This dude say something about they have ties with Arata, the Caucasus, people in Ukraine. They not no damn Sumerians, fam. Why would you do that? I mean, they not no Africans, I'm sorry. Bottom line is, if you look at Sumerian artwork, they don't look like you. All you gotta do is go look at the pictures of Sumerians. Look at the artwork. Whether it comes from Google or whatever. This is the best we got to do. I don't got time to go look at Sumerian.
He said that's the best we got. It's Google. Look it up. It's on Google's the best. No, Negro, that's the best you got. What the hell wrong with
that's
you?
That's the best you can get for free.
Right. We go to the source material, dummy. The hell wrong with you? You're gonna speak for everybody. It's the best we got. And then he doing lookership. They don't look like you. But then he gonna say in the same round, I believe this round or the next round, that it don't matter what they look like. Which one is it?
Hey, I think Zion killed him on that one. It's so funny the way he do it.
Yeah. This is really the knockout round.
I don't give a fuck about them. So you're right. I'm not gonna go to the museum and look up what they doing. I fuck them. Fuck a Sumerian. I'm not a Sumerian. I'm African. So of course I'm not gonna go look up.
So how you gonna argue against something you don't research?
They got that bad too.
Come on,
they admit they don't know nothing about it, but want to argue with you about it.
Right. Dilettantes, man.
No profanity, y'all.
I'm cursing because I'm just adamant about what I'm saying. What I'm saying, I'm not cursing. I'm just cursing directly out loud because it's just not him. It's a lot of people that's into the Semitic faith. I'm a Muslim. I'm Sufi. But what I'm saying is, it's a lot of people that's
source. Look what he got up here. Source. No sources. Yeah. No sources. No sources. Hey, this whole round, because he said he had technical difficulties, but still, there ain't no excuse, bro. You ain't got no sources, man. No sources. This is just rhetoric.
Yep, them technical difficulties glistening off his eyeballs.
Semitic faith that likes to push their agenda and their narrative. They like to keep the lie going and
red herring
together. Now I got more slides. Once I get the slides back up in round 2, I'll be able to show what I was supposed to show with this boy Samuel Noah Kramer.
He's scared of that time. He like, damn, the time ain't up yet. Look at his eyes. He like,
look at the clay tablets and the little muds that they built with and all that. That's nothing. You see Egyptians dealing with chisel, stones. The environment in the Nile Valley was better compared to Mesopotamia. See, I talk like this and rowdy and fast because I'm adamant about what I do. It ain't got nothing to do with like I'm unsure.
Adamant about that bullshit.
You got genetics at the back.
You heard what he said? It has nothing to do with me not being sure that I'm unsure. That's why I speak so fast. It had nothing to do with me not being unsure. Negro, why would you say that? You sound insecure about yourself. Maybe you are unsure about what you. Now that's all I can think about now since you said
it. Yeah. He rambling because he not sure about what he said. It is because your mind pacing quick trying to figure out what to say next. That's all it is, and your mouth reflect that.
Right. Motor mouth.
Yeah.
Face, you're winning, and that's the problem. When you start dealing with genetics and you throw it at people's face, I don't care what language you're talking about. I don't care whatever. Archaeology, anthropology, and genetics. You put that together, he has no legs. There is no case of these people being us. Now, you can talk about the Proto-Ubaid people. They're related to us because the genetics is there. I'm going to show that. But when it comes to Sumerians, we don't know who the hell they were. We don't know who they were. And they look like bald-headed white men. And I'm going to show, he also like to say Cushites and Sumerians. I'm going to show the compare and contrast between Kushite art and Sumerian art. They don't look alike, fam. They don't look alike. So they're not us. And it's a disrespect for anybody to try to make it seem like somebody came from somewhere else to advance Africa. Like we were just sitting around in huts, stupid, the racist narrative, and tell some Mesopotamian
AB haplogroups were.
I'm going to show Norman College as well. Man, I wish, how many minutes
I got? A lot of them still are.
Like, everybody knows in the world of genetics, anthropology, archaeology, they know that the A and B haplogroups, the Bushmen, the Khoikhoi people have always been known for foraging, not civilization.
Correct.
Period. We don't have any dung huts and stuff. We don't have any archaeological evidence or archaeological visibility, as they call it, of them doing anything else until we came in there.
Yep. Till pastoralism came on the scene.
Come on, man.
Hello? Oh, you don't see the screen?
No, I can't see it at all, man. This
all right, you got a minute and 20 seconds.
Man, I'm going to show this right quick, man.
Yeah, I keep putting it up.
You can't even put me on pause, right? You can't put it on
pause. Yeah, go ahead, pause. Hurry up. You got to go. You got to go, though.
I'm about to say, yeah, because it takes forever to do nothing.
Yeah, when I was saying no cursing, I ain't saying just for Zion, just for the algorithms inside of this YouTube thing. All right, you know, that's what that's for. So we ain't gonna be using profanity.
And he also mentioned if you're talking about the Proto-Ubaid people, then you're talking about us. Well, Proto-Ubaid is going back to Eridu, dummy. That helps his point. That helps his point, man.
You don't know.
Eridu, these niggas be killing themselves.
And his sister city,
Come on, man. He said, if you talk about the Proto-Ubaid people, then yeah, we were there. Our ancestors were there. We related to them. Duh, nigga.
those are really the Sumerians. I mean, the other people we find and stuff are mostly Akkadians. When you get past that period, you talking about when the Akkadians come in and take over.
Right. This nigga daggered his own goddamn self, man. Japanese style, man. You know how them Japanese samurais kill themselves?
Mm-hmm.
That's how this nigga just killed himself in this debate.
Seppuku, they call it, whatever they call it.
Yeah, when they get on their knees and take the knife.
Yeah. Stab themselves in the stomach and cut it across and gut themselves.
Mm-hmm. Nigga just did this on live TV.
I fight myself with trying to hold back on that stuff, man.
I actually didn't. I want what I want people to do. I want people to go to Narmer's Palace.
Time start.
What I want people to do in round 2 it'll be done when he's talking. I'll fix it. But I want people to go to Narmer's Palette, and I want you to look at what's going on that palette. It's a symbol on there called the sarcophagus or whatever, a jasper cylinder, whatever, and it's a creature with 2 long necks. Everybody look up jasper cylinder, then look up Narmer's Palette.
He about to kill himself again.
What you see on there, you see Narmer with the bull tag in the back, which shows his pastoralist background that they descent from because they was going backwards and forward. And you also see 2 black men with afros around their head, afros on their head with a rope around a creature neck. It was a disrespect. Those Asiatics that settled in the Delta in the second half of the Nakata period when they came into Upper East.
Those 2 black men that's on the Narmer Palette are Asiatics, and then they've been arguing that, man, just killing your damn selves, man. These black men with afros.
That's why that vein popping out his forehead like Bane and shit. What lying?
You just said there were no black people there. Then said, oh, well, if you're talking about the Proto-Ubaidian people, really it's the Ubaidian people, right? That would be in Mesopotamia, and you said we related to them people, so you killed your damn self, and then you killed yourself again with the Narmer Palette, showing a depiction of black people with afros in Mesopotamia, man. It's over. No more debate. It's finished. Killed your own goddamn self.
Egypt are trying to imitate. They got disrespectful, and Narmer slaughtered them. Look up Narmer's Palette. Look at what you see. That's a jasper sin. That's from Mesopotamia, but you see African men with ropes around the damn thing neck. They wasn't riding with those people. And what they did was certain things that was beneficial to the Nile, they used it. The same thing with the Hittites. When the Hittites taught the Hittites how to deal with chariots, or I'm sorry, the Hurrians. The Hurrians came in and showed them how to deal with chariots. When they came into Egypt and they defeated the Egyptians, when almost came and beat them, he took that technology and used it beneficial for itself. So what I'm saying is, just because somebody's using certain things that's beneficial, it doesn't mean that somebody's better. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is, if you look up Norman's Toilet and type up Jasper Cylinder, you will see an African man with 2 black men on the side with a rope around a thing neck, and it's disrespecting that symbol.
You will see an African man with 2 black men on the side. Normans are from Mesopotamia, and those 2 black men from Mesopotamia. You just told the people ain't no black people there. Then you just gave us a depiction of black people there. Done. Finished.
3 black people from there.
Come on, man. Stop. Come on, man.
Period.
Okay, time. Brother Zion Lex, we got through the first round. We going to the second round now.
Zion, look at his chops for this one, boy.
What we gonna do? All right, second round. We did the rebuttals. Now let's talk about who. Let me see where we at. Who was the Egyptians and who was the Sumerians? That's what we want to get into. You got to show you got to keep yourself on the screen. Oh, you got to go do something right quick? You got to go take care of something?
No, I want to
unmute yourself, Zion. I got you. I hear you.
Could you mute my face out so I can fix the laptop?
Yes, go ahead.
He rebutted my information. I didn't get a chance to rebut his information.
Oh, it's your rebuttal. My bad. Damn, Zion, my bad. You're right. You're right. We're going to go back to the rebuttal. My bad.
Could you see me or you can't see me?
I see you, brother.
Could you unmute my screen right quick? So
No, I can't, because if I kick you out, you can't come back in.
Okay.
There's no way I could do that.
Let me see something.
Just pull your camera up like you're doing now. I can only see your forehead.
Because my thing is black, bro, but I got you. Go ahead, King.
All right, Brother Zion, no profanity. We already know you ain't do that. No slandering, no name calling, but you could be as hard as you can on your information like you did the first time. It's on you, my brother. You got 10 minutes in this round to rebuttal.
Sarnetta, with all due respect, I love and appreciate you, brother, but please don't ever disrespect me with such a debate like this. The brother just went a whole 10 minutes and didn't show a single source. That's what we doing? He came up with a whole fake forgery story that his screen ain't working. Who don't know how to work Zoom in 2020? Come on, Sarnetta. Who don't know how to work Zoom in 2020? Then you could tell he ain't thinking right because he got the mask over his nose. So he's breathing the carbon dioxide and it's flooding his mind. He can't think properly. So he's overly emotional. He's going crazy. He can't figure nothing out right now. Sarnetta, please, with all due respect.
I just did it.
Don't ever disrespect me with a person like this again. You talk about he come from a team that say source up and just did a whole round 10 minutes. Didn't show a single source. We freestyling. Oh, it's in this book. Believe me. This is a wet behind it. You wet behind both ears, and you rebreathing carbon dioxide. Take the damn mask off your face. Here we go. Who are the Egyptians? We are at the artifact lab of Penn University. I'm pretty sure the brother can't get in Penn University because a prerequisite to get into the university is not be overly emotional, not be wet, and also to be able to have some common sense, which I think the last 10 minutes shows ain't too much common sense going on that side. This is the artifact lab. This is where they examine on a genetic level the mummies or the Sahu in ancient Egypt, as well as many other physical or biological structures. But who got access to it? Was Ngozi here or was I here? He's talking about genetics. Genetics what? We ain't never seen your work on genetics. We saw you flapping your gums, beating your mouth. We ain't never seen you demonstrate it. But I'm going to demonstrate a little bit for you, Ngozi. I'm going to help you out, young man. Penn University Science Lab, Ancient Egyptian Sahu. They found European DNA of Egyptian pharaohs. Now, let me first say this. I disagree with that. I don't believe that Egyptian pharaohs have European DNA. But here's the thing about that. And here's why Ngozi, being wet behind the ears, made the same mistake. When they look up to trace the ancient Egyptian DNA, they're tracing it using the Arabs that's in Egypt. They're using the Arab DNA in Egypt and comparing it against that which is found in the graves in Egypt. And they're saying that the graves in Egypt show that they have more of a connection to Europe than they do to Africa. And they said the Arabs in Egypt have more of a connection to sub-Saharan Africa than they do to Europe. But hold on, don't believe me. We're gonna cite sources. We are at where we at right now. This brother writing websites, but I'm gonna show some websites. This is a Journal of Science, Genome of Ancient Egyptian Mummy Analyzed. I'm gonna just play the whole video. How about that? Here we go. Here's the flaw. They're looking for the DNA of ancient Egyptians, but they're comparing it against the Arabs that's in Egypt today. It's the same thing they're doing in Sumer. They're comparing what they find in the Sumerian graves against the Arabs that live in Iraq. Them Arabs ain't the original Sumerians. I know they're Africans. You got the wrong conversation and the wrong brother. I done did 30, 40 videos saying that the Sumerians are an African civilization. The hell are you talking about? That's part of the reason why
And even Ngozi pretty much backed it up when he said the Proto-Ubaid people, when he brought that, or Ubaidian people, really, that's how you say it. When you look at the Proto-Ubaidian people, that would be the founders of Sumer, right? Of Uruk and Eridu. You understand? So if you concede to that, then you pretty much open up the floodgates to the possibility that these people were black, or what you call quote unquote African, which it's just a classification of people.
It ain't open up the floodgates, it's admittance. You just admitted it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you say the pre-Ubaid people, hey, that's it. Because those are the Sumerians. The other people you keep referencing to is the Akkadians when they come in.
Right. But he's cool with being close to the Akkadians, but not the Sumerians, which is kind of, I don't know, man. I want him to explain himself on that, man. I'm confused on that point. Maybe he can add some clarity. Let me go back to the video.
I told you, young man, that I didn't want to label the debate Mesopotamia versus Sumer, like you, Mesopotamia versus Africa, like you wanted to. I said I agree that the Sumerians are an African civilization, to which you had to, fall back. But let's play the rest of the video. The study found the mummies' closest relatives were in the Near East and Europe. Why does the study find that? They're comparing it against marshland Arabs. They're not comparing it against any black African. They're comparing the DNA test to marsh Arab Africans. Same thing they're doing in Iraq. Looking for Sumerians.
Hey, pause it real quick.
Sumerians in Iraq.
He right though, because like when you start studying these new DNA studies that they're doing in Africa and stuff since about 20, maybe 16 or so, they flat out admit that before that time period, they just really didn't care too much about studying the DNA. They were more concerned about, finding their own history. So he right, they do compare it mostly to different populations that's admixed with them.
Yeah, that's true.
You must be out your mind with your silly young man argument. But don't worry, I'm going to dry the back of your ears today. Watch this. Let me go back to that. Modern Egyptians share much more DNA with sub-Saharan African populations. They're talking about the Arabs. They saying the Arabs got more of sub-Saharan African DNA than the Egyptian mummies they dug up. But why are they coming to that conclusion? They're comparing it against goddamn Arabs. They're not African. Yeah, their clothes might be a little. You might be a little high from rebreathing all that carbon dioxide, brother. Take the mask off your face the next round. Get back to my original screen. This is easy work. You kidding me? Sonny, let me see my time real quick, please. I need to know how much time I have. All right. Sumerian DNA hoax. Marshland Arabs are used to trace Sumerian genetics.
Just let me know when you need me to pause, Zion. That's it.
All right. Marshland Arabs are used to trace Sumerian genetics. Same thing they doing in Egypt, and this is the same reason why they're saying the mummies in Egypt are European. They're comparing it against the DNA of the damn marshland Arabs. Take the mask off your face, brother. You're not thinking right. But hold on.
This is my first time ever using the drip plugin, and we're gonna see if it's really 2 clicks and it's perfect. Ooh.
6,500-year-old skeleton newly discovered in Penn Museum. Archaeologists at Pennsylvania Museum unveils 6,500-year-old skeleton dubbed Noah. I think he just said the Bible is fake. The skeleton is believed to have survived the flood.
They not saying that that's really Noah, bro.
Which is 2,000 years older than the rolled tombs of ancient Sumer, 2,500 BCE.
Which the Ubaid period, the Proto-Ubaid, Ubaidian people, he already conceded that would be related to us, or what he would call African. So I mean, this really a bombshell. But you're right; they're not saying he's the actual Noah. The only reason they're labeling him Noah is because he survived the flood. That's it.
Yeah, and that flood was the breaking of the dam, that natural dam that was at the Black Sea that flooded out Sumer in the first place.
Yep. That's why it's important to, read up on it and get the context behind it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying Zion Lexx didn't do that, you know what I'm saying, but that is very important and very key.
And I have the article up. Hell you talking about? This is the Penn Museum website. Brother did a whole round, 10 minutes, and didn't show a single source. Take that mask off your face, young man. It's hurting you. Sumerians were physically similar to the African Negro types in ancient Egypt. They had dolichocephalic skulls, prognathism, dark skins. The war panel of the Standard of Ur dated to the British Museum, 2600 BC. This is the Sumerian leader known as Gudea, 2100 BC. This is the Egyptian Ka-Eper, 2500 BC. The people in these regions had what they refer to as a Euro-African Negroid type. How are you talking about?
And that's really pretty much a kill shot if you're arguing phenotype, which he was arguing phenotype. That's a kill shot, man. The dolichocephalic skulls, which I don't classify people on that, but if you're going to argue strictly from a phenotypical standpoint, these people black, these people white, these people not, then you have to concede to these points. The prognathism, big lips, wide noses, and the dark skins. You have to concede to all these points that he put in here. So this whole slide is a kill shot to this man's argument.
10 minutes in the dark. Come into the light, young man. He ain't caught a single black scholar yet. Black Sumer, the African origins of civilization. Hell you talking about Sumerians ain't black and nobody's saying that. Samuel Noah Kramer didn't say that. Samuel Noah Kramer's a white man. Why would he want to give credit to the Sumerians as being black? Take the mask off your face, young man. You can't think right.
And that's a fallacy. Just because someone's white, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean they don't have the capacity to tell the damn truth, or, they're going to withhold information automatically, or they're inherently wrong. We got to stop doing that in the community. Why do brothers do that? Oh, well, he's reading from a white man. Brother, is the information true or false? I don't care what person, what race, what ethnic background a person is. Let's look at the information and judge the information based on the information alone. You know what I'm saying?
True that, man. Because I hate when you put a presentation together, you use 30 sources from 3-4 different scholars, 2 or 3 to back up each word you say, and then they just come in, oh, you use white people. But then if you use somebody black, it's just like, oh, they pseudo.
Right.
So it don't matter who you use, man. So you're right. It needs to come down to what's right, not what I like to hear.
Yeah. Y'all going off these old tropes and stuff, man. A lot of you Negroes is religious as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that white
They
people.
say we evolved to be religious, so when dudes get rid of a functioning or organized religious system, they instinctively create another one.
Yeah, and that explains Team Osiris, Amara Swad, and Dagger Swad, man.
Yeah, they got their sacred axioms that can't be broken. They got the idolatry of the land of Africa, regardless of where the people was. Forget that. I care about the land, brother. That's where the rich resources at.
Sumer, Catherine Obanuju Okulanu, posits the Sumerians are genetic and even linguistic relatives of the peoples of West Africa. That's a black woman. She tripping too, right? I guarantee you she ain't in the dark, and I guarantee you she ain't rebreathing carbon dioxide either. The brother said the Sumerians were not black, they were white. Here's a mural from the Akkadian city of Mari in 1800 BC.
Again, if you're arguing from a phenotypic standpoint and saying that they're white and someone can give you attestation like this, it kills your argument. You know what I'm saying? I don't argue from phenotype all the time because it's easily disproved. I got a book right here, Before the Color Prejudice by Frank M. Snowden, and it tells you before 1800 BCE, I believe, in this book, you don't see these white images, man, like that. A lot of these images are black. So for him to go to this mural, that like pretty much puts a damper and kills his whole entire argument from the phenotype standpoint. Oh, these people are all white. Well, how do you explain this mural right here? You can't.
Because the cow clearly white.
Are supposed to be even light.
Yeah, the cow is white. These people ain't.
The clothes clearly white.
These people are obviously a dark brown people, man. This is clear.
Lighter than the Sumerians. Look at how the Akkadians paint themselves. This is a mural of the Akkadian city of Mari, 1800 BC. Light work. And Ngozi gonna give me a problem? Y'all gotta be out your damn mind. Shout out to Netter Nev. Professor Heru Ka Anu of the Per Nature Research Center, another black scholar. Ancient Sumer was the land of the black-headed people. One of Africa's many civilizations is that of Sumer. In many respects was a twin civilization of Kemet. It mirrored Kemet in numerous areas. Light work, mask of Sargon the Great. Look at those beautiful black features. Young man, take the mask off your face. You're not thinking right. And the next time you think about debating me, slap yourself and wake up.
All right.
And he read the black-headed part, which comes from the actual Sumerian literature and artifacts. That's what they designate themselves as.
Exactly.
That's key.
All right. We're moving into the second round here. Powerful. Unshare your screen, my brother. Brother Ngozi, are you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay. Who was the Egyptians and who was the Sumerians? You got 10 minutes in this round. Who were the Egyptians and who were the Sumerian people, brother? You got 10 minutes in this round. Time will start when you are ready. Uh-oh, you got your slides working. There we go. Let's get it. Let me know when you're ready, brother.
That's the normal
Hey,
palette.
I'm ready right now. Could you see me?
I see your slides.
You got the normal palette up, and you can see the two what we call African males with afros on a normal palette.
All right, cool. Y'all, now this is what I was talking about earlier. You see the two black guys right there with the fro? You see this symbol right here? You can start it now. This is the Jasper cylinder. And these people are conquering these people. These are two black men right here. And you see them conquering that creature, the Jasper cylinder. Now let me go to this thing right quick. He talked about
conquering. It's called taming.
I'm going to go here. Now, I use Wiki on this, and I'll admit that because I didn't have time to put.
You use Wiki on all that, man. Stop it, bro.
Articles together for the genetics, but it has citations. You can look this up yourself. Okay, could you guys see it?
Yes, we see it.
And 75% of the gazelle population, 60% of the pre-population Neolithic B population, and its present state is a pre-pottery B Neolithic B population. Here's the haplogroups right here. Now I'm just using this as an example to show and prove my point.
T markers are found in the Fulani people.
You see the E1B1B right there at the top?
Yes, we see it, brother. We see it. We see the whole thing. We see it.
Now let me get straight to the point right quick. That article that he used, that's true. In that area of Egypt, that is around that was the Hyksos grave site, by the way. And you have to understand that most of that DNA was based off mitochondrial DNA. It wasn't based off paternal markers. They couldn't sequence it. Just like they sequenced Ramesses III, it was EM2 like we have. So what I'm trying to tell you is that most Egyptians to this day, at 60% of the population, is still EM78, which is a brother clade to EM2. You can look this up. I'm going to show you how they depicted Sargon on the History Channel or whatever. Of course,
I'm agree with him on the EM78 because those people that we might say, oh, those people are Arabs, are what we call Arabs. They really genetically related to us, man, no matter how they look. And he going to say the same thing. But my thing is, if he knows that, then why are you making an argument strictly from phenotype then? That's
because he has a religious disposition against anything we say because he feels like it may confirm, our quote unquote beliefs.
That's silly, man. That's just silly.
Deny truth just because you don't want to agree with somebody.
Yeah, man. That's not now that's religious. That's a religious motive right there.
Sargon would have been dark skinned because Sargon was an Afro-Asiatic speaker. So most Akkadians would have looked like this. But most of your Sumerians would have looked like this. This is a Sumerian, and this is one of those people from over there. Look at the artwork. Could you see it? That don't look like you. And that dude Goudia with that thick ass unibrow.
You just said
that ain't something that we carry.
How you gonna say we don't carry a unibrow when Anthony Davis? Hey, pause real quick. Anthony Davis, one of the most famous basketball players on the planet, black with a unibrow. his what they call it, trademark is his unibrow.
Right. Everybody know him by it. Yep.
No, he literally trademarked it.
He did?
Yeah, that's literally his emblem or whatever. You know how everybody got a logo? That's his logo.
Wow. That's crazy. Oh, let me show Anthony. I know everybody know that. I know everybody know that. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Let's just look at Anthony Davis real quick because he said we don't have that. Oh man, come on, man. You can't be this pseudo. And especially if you know that Africa is the most genetically diverse place on the planet. So there's Anthony Davis with his
look like a unibrow to me.
This unibrow.
But we don't have that, brother.
If you made a statuette out of him, he would say, "Oh, yeah, he don't look like any of our people."
Yeah, he too bright. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if we made a statue out of him and told him it was Sumerian, he'd believe it.
Yeah, man, that's obviously a European from the Balkans.
Yeah. that unibrow, brother.
These are the type of arguments but again, like he's leaning on phenotypes, and when you dealing with with the genome, you can't do that, man. He says it himself. You just went to the Marsh Arabs and said, well, they are related to us genetically. Okay, so what's your argument on phenotype now? Because they don't look like your ass
at all.
Come on, man.
Look at the phenotype.
They said his nickname is the Brown.
Exactly. It is.
Thin lips, long chin, unibrow, big gold ball, swollen monkey thumb, so-called skull. Look at his head. It don't even make sense. And look at the sub-Saharan African. That don't look like you.
Man, and then he puts this picture of this one guy. Oh, this is sub-Saharan African, as if there's not a multiplicity of in sub-Saharan Africa.
Exactly.
We don't look like this, James. Me and you, we don't
Yeah,
look
I'm about
like
to say, I sure don't.
Come
he
on,
look like he from the continent. I look like an American black, you know?
Right. Come on. This is not scholarship. This is silly lookership, man. Kid stuff.
He's making it up. And
no, Negro, you're making it up.
The book called Sumerians Are Black, that's written by a white guy. He make a lot of.
What's the source for this?
There is no source. Oh, that's written by a white guy. Why is that an argument in 2020? This took place in 2020. Why is that an argument?
Yeah, we've separated the scientific racism to a large degree, I say, from the scholarship in modern day, bro. Let it go.
Come on, man. No one's inherently wrong because of their racial or ethnic backgrounds. Stop doing that.
They wrong because they wrong.
Exactly.
No other reason.
Right.
Pseudo books. And that lady's a pseudo too. I don't care if she is black. She made that up too because linguistically, Sumerians are not connected to anyone. Because
he
it has
disrespecting his God like that, the black woman.
Next slide.
Man, he straight up disrespected.
But I wanted y'all to see Norma's College. That's really
The boy
important.
lost the whole Kemetic community with them words.
These people wasn't a friend of us at all. They came in through trade, but they wasn't a friend of us. But I want to remind y'all of something. I want to show this again. Goudia with the thick unibrow he showed, King Gouda, that don't look like you. He still looks similar to them. So of course, like I said earlier, and I don't think he caught it.
And those Marsh Arabs look like that too.
Yeah, but them Goudians are not Sumerians, bro.
Right.
At all.
Right. I was gonna let Lex say it.
Oh, I was about to say not, bro.
Yeah, Lex gonna cut the shit out of him. But I just wanted to touch on his phenotypic argument. I think it's hypocritical for him to bring up the Marsh Arabs being related to us, but not. Never mind.
I said that the Akkadians were part of the Afro-Asiatic language family. When they took Sumeria or took Sumer or that part of Ubaid, they came in contact with people that did not look like them. So I mean, some of the Sumerians was dark, like you can see right here, but they live in Zone 2 on the equatorial border map. When you look at it, in Zone 2, most of those.
He's all over the place. Some of the Sumerians were dark. Which one is it? First, they're white. No, they don't look like you. They're black. They black here. Then the Proto-Ubaidian people are our people. Which one is it, bro? You all over the place.
He don't know, bro. He's just trying to win. At this point, that's all he know. I want to win.
Asiatic will have brown skin. Just like
I don't want to let Kansu down.
Like to use this. You see these people, they got blue eyes too if you zoom in. These are Asiatics. Hixo, you see that right there?
And he kill him on that.
Right here. Don't they look similar?
No, they don't. No, they don't look similar. No, they don't. And you just said they have brown skin. Do these people have brown skin? Is that brown to you? Like, you got to stop having these phenotypic arguments. At least have some kind of logic behind the shit. Come on, bro.
So the Arabs is these people. Now,
but you just said we related. Oh my God, man! You just said we related to them Arabs in Egypt.
You don't know no more, bro.
Also look this up. Modern Egyptians are not Arabs genetically. You can look it up.
it's a geographical art. I mean,
and they phenotypically look like those other Arabs with different haplogroups, which kills your damn argument on phenotype and how these people are supposed to look.
Article that showed to prove that modern Egyptians are not genetically Arab. So what he said was he made it up. Dealing with DNA ain't the thing for you, fam. So yes, in that zone in Egypt, yes, they had mitochondrial DNA that was Eurasian. But when you look at the overall autosomal DNA, most of the Egyptians' components, it was a mixture between North African and Eurasian for a long period of time. But paternally, these dudes was predominantly African. So if you look it up, look up the mitochondrial DNA of the Egyptian mummies that they found that was based off the woman's side. There was no paternal invasion. That predominated. And then when they sequenced 3 of the male mummies, 2 was J and 1 was E3B. When they sequenced the 2 brothers, I think their name is, I forgot their names. The mitochondrial DNA was EMA1, but the paternal marker, they couldn't sequence it because they said that it wouldn't allow them to sequence it. So all you gotta do is look it up. But if you look up modern Egyptian paternal line, it's still indigenously African, regardless to what they look like. But when you look at these...
Whoa, what you say? What you say? Regardless to what?
Regardless of what they look like, that's what I heard.
How you gonna have an argument against the Sumerians on how they look like, and then say, well, we can be related to anybody, regardless of how they look like? Like, shut the fuck up at this point. Like, you killing yourself. Excuse my language, family. You killing yourself at this point, man. Japanese samurai style.
Like I said, he don't care. He just want to win, bro. And sound good.
Look at them. Get closer to it, everybody. They got blue eyes. Some of them got blue eyes. But he's saying no sources. Come on, bro. I also want to show y'all this. I never got a chance to show this. When it comes to the so-called other population of the Natufians, most of the Natufians had Kirby shells they use in their eyes, and this is their artwork, and that guy right there is a reconstruction. When you look at the proto-Ubaid that brother Zion tried to show before, you also see the Kirby shells, the trace in the Natufian's head. And then when you look at this right here, the 2 little that little images that you see sitting on the floor, they also got the Curry shells. If you look at the top, you can look at the timeline where specific markers developed before other populations came in from Iran. So what I'm trying to say is that when you say people are Arabs and they're talking about sub-Saharan Africans or the sub-Saharan, that's not true because they basing that off mitochondrial DNA. They're not basing it off no paternal marker, bro. You made that up. You made it up.
No, he cited an article that talked about it. He didn't make it up.
I tried to show y'all this earlier, the guy that he used from this book. He also used another racist, but he ain't gonna use them today because they done beat it up already so many times. Show the rest of this crap. What's this right here? Oh, no, I ain't gonna show that. You see that? These are the people that get raised.
While he pulled that, I'm gonna put on the screen.
2008,
an Egyptian
autosomal DNA found in the Natufians have a mixture
that we're related to
Western Eurasian and Africa, as well as small sub-Saharan
look at how he looks.
Showing affinities, which means similarities.
So how is his argument on how dissimilar we are?
The of East African
and look,
may have been associated with the spread of Y chromosome haplogroup E. Here's the citation right here. For those
let me give you another one.
Wiki, type 53. Just type it on there. You see the citation and take you to the article. Didn't have time. Yeah, I rushed through this. Because I do this naturally. I rush through this.
Here's another one.
I want to keep the flow going. But look, yes, most of those books that the brother
look at all these Egyptians.
The bottom line is, when you look at the March Arabs,
3 minutes.
I'm sorry?
3 minutes, because you can't see the time.
When you look at the March Arabs that live south, that he tried to use and tried to debunk it, they have a genetic component that's actually subtly absent from the recent Arab population. They have older clines. Their Y chromosome is J, which is most commonly found in Iran today, but it's a different type of subclade that you found.
I'm gonna pause it for a minute because he made an argument on how these people look, and then he contradicted that. This is how those people look that are genetically close to us, right? Look at these different looks. So he killed his own damn argument. Because if you're saying it doesn't matter how they look, they can still be related to you, then even if you brought up that somebody was white from Sumer, that doesn't mean any damn thing. Because you said it out your own damn mouth that it doesn't matter how they look. You said that, not Zion. You did. All right, back to the video.
Modern day Arabs. A whole nother subclade. You can look this up. Also, type up Indian merchant,
Indian merchant DNA found in Mesopotamia. That also showed that some of the Sumerians had a Dravidian component in them, because a lot of these people came from through India before the Harappa civilization, or a little bit after the Harappa civilization, because they were trading, and some of them came from the northern zones. But at the end of the day, they wasn't Jew. And I mean, it's obvious, the unibrow, all that. So when he said, I already covered Sargon being more like us because of his language family, I don't even have to keep repeating that. Bottom line is he made it up. So when you're dealing with the DNA overall, and you're looking at the morphology, that's made up because a lot of that stuff is outdated. When he said that the skull was similar to Negroid, it's not. It's not similar to Negroids. They don't even. You can't even. When you look at the base of the protruding jawline, it doesn't even have a protruding jawline that's labeled as pronatism. You can look at it. Most of the Egyptians, even in they admixture, phenotypically, based off the rectangular orbit around an eye socket, looking at the protruding jawline, or even looking at their skull shape, even with being subtly mixed, they still were predominantly African. And that's just a fact. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's really, I mean, for me, it's really nothing that I can say. I'm just going to keep saying it over and over again because I'm talking in circles. Those books you use was pseudo.
Yes, you are.
Sumerian was pseudo. The written by a white guy, he's trash. That African woman that made it is trash. That's pseudo.
He just saying they're pseudo. He's not showing you how they're pseudo. I hate when niggas do that. That's all sensationalism to get the crowd riled up, and if you got judges, get them riled up. Oh, well, you use the pseudo source. Nigga, how do you know it's pseudo? How the hell do you know it's pseudo? You got to show and prove that it's pseudo. In the debate, you got to demonstrate. That's it. Nobody want to hear you bring out claims. You got to prove these claims. And furthermore, man, Zion got the round 2 clear because you had technical difficulties or whatever, or what have you. And Zion had a strong round 2. And what he finna bring out round 3 gonna smack you all around too. So if he went round 2 and 3, that's the debate, bro. It's not, it's not even debatable, man. I couldn't even wait to get to the damn round, to his
like
round.
A playground bully, man.
Yeah, come on, man. Stop it.
And overall, it's all bogus. So, I mean, I don't care who you use. The people not accredited. That white dude ain't accredited. He got another book called Original Hebrews was Black and another book called Original Arabs was Black. That's all crap.
Not an argument.
But don't get into genetics ever, bro. Because I will show these people how to deal with this.
Not either.
Regardless if it's coming from Wiki or whatever.
You obviously ain't studying these populations.
It's showing a genetic trail. It's showing an E3B. You're not seeing none of that. You're not seeing none of that. But when you look at the monuments and you look at the Sumerians, they're not us. And again, that's it. I'm done. It ain't nothing else I can say. So I think it's pointless. That's it.
Didn't he already admit that?
Right.
Brother
Zion, where are you, brother? Unshare your screen, brother Ngozi. Who were the Egyptians and who were the Sumerians? Brother Zion, Lexx, time will start when you start, my brother.
I thought we went through that already.
Oh, hold up. Let me see.
No, he ain't did his rebuttal yet, right?
I know he did his round. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where we had who was the Egyptians and who was the Sumerians, right? It's Zion go now. Zion didn't go yet.
No, Zion already did his.
No, what we did was the first round, which was civilization. Who started civilization?
No, remember he just showed the lady book talking about they were sub-Saharan African and the
was that the first
While they're doing that, I'm gonna remind the audience
the modern Egyptian DNA, the mummies that they found.
That we are well within our right to review this information under the Fair Use Act. All right.
Unmute yourself, Zion.
So under the Fair Use Act, we can add commentary, criticism, news reporting, teaching, and scholarship and research purposes.
Yeah, we already presented our second round information. Yeah, that's it. Now we can get the questions. No, I got to rebuttal you. You rebuttal me now. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead, brother Zion. It's on you to rebuttal.
One moment, brother. Let me pull up my stuff. I have to update so I can show and prove that he made a lot of false information just now.
All right, unshare your screen, Ngozi.
Go into my email and give him this story.
There you go.
Hey, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We're reviewing and commenting and giving our critiques to this debate. We are well within our right to do so, according to Section 107 of the Fair Use Act.
All right, excellent. You can start my screen, Sonata. Can you
All
hear
right,
me?
start your time. Time is starting.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
All right, perfect. Let me scroll down and show y'all something. Very disingenuous. You should be ashamed of yourself, Ngozi. People thought you were smart before today's debate.
Yes, I am finna go in, man. This third round, you lost the second round clear. The third round, it's gonna be bad. The only one that anyone can argue with you on or try to make an argument for him is the first round. I felt like you lost that one too, though.
The brother said the Sumerians look like white people. And what did he show you? He showed you clips of white people, white scholars, showing Sumerians to look like themselves. No different than the same white scholars that show Egyptians looking like themselves. Very disingenuous. But watch how it's an easy kill shot. What Ngozi is showing you, and what he definitely don't know because he don't study beyond Google and Wikipedia, he's showing you images of what is called the Gutian people. The Gutians are not the Sumerians. In fact, none of the people of Sumer ever patron the Gutians when they come to the throne. The Gutians are Europeans who came from the north and invaded Sumer. All of these statues that you see in Sumer that look European in nature, they are the Gutian people, Europeans. But the Sumerians—
What's the source on that?
Broad lips, broad noses.
Yeah, he
they
didn't put
are
no
not
citation.
European. The hell are you talking about? Take the mask off your face, young man.
But
Easy kill.
But that Gutian.
Then he said, if you look at the original picture of the Hebrews, so hold on now. The Amon-Ra squad gonna have a problem with this, but they already got a problem with Team Osiris, and this is gonna be one more of them problems. He just said that the Amu in this Khnum Hotep relief is the Hebrews. So I guess the Hebrews was in Egypt after all. Shout out Ngozi. Thank you, brother. He says these are the original Hebrews. However, he decided to show you the most lightest picture of them. This picture came directly from the Metropolitan Museum of Art here in New York City. Shout out to brother Reggie. He was with me in the Metropolitan Museum, and we read it together. So Reggie know what the original looked like. This is the one that's in the museum, but hold on. I'm going to show you the primary. Let me show you how disingenuous these cats are. He also said, when you look at the Sumerian statues, they got blue eyes. Clearly, this young man don't study. Because if he knew anything about the culture in the Levant, in Sumer, as well as Nile Valley, he know that they use what's called lapis lazuli on the eyes. Lapis lazuli was revered in the ancient world. Lapis lazuli represented many esoteric and initiate truths. When the Egyptians put blue eyes on their sahu, they're not saying that they were European. Lapis lazuli was valued as something out of this world. It showed our connection to the ancestral realm. It showed our connection to things that
I need a source on that too.
The physical, i.e. the metaphysical. The hell he talking about? You don't know nothing, young man. This sahu right here is an Egyptian. So why he got blue eyes, bro? Why she got blue eyes, bro? This sahu right here is Queen Nefertiti.
Yeah.
Queen
He needs to cite all of these.
She got blue eyes, bro.
Zion, he should have cited all of these, or cited that quotation that he gave. But
I mean, something just saying that, it connects them to the ancestral or the metaphysical realm. I would like to see a source on that.
Yeah, me too. But from a surface level phenotype argument, because that's what he came with that last round. The fact that he's pointing out Egyptians right here as having blue eyes, that kills his whole argument. Well, these Sumerians got blue eyes, but I wish he would have just backed it up with a source, man. That kind of softened the blow, like you said, man.
I also want to say all the men in my family, when they get old, their irises turn blue.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it.
You don't know nothing and you embarrassing yourself. Go dry the back of your ears. Gotta be kidding me. Egypt, Sumer, Turkey, all with blue eyes. They all have blue eyes? This is what happened when you just quote from Google and Wikipedia. And by the way, we definitely gonna make it clear that the brother used Wikipedia in a debate. You gotta be kidding me. Wikipedia got sources. Automatic kill shot. You killed yourself. Gotta be kidding me. Source up. This is the primary. This is the primary. Look at the color that the Egyptians are painting themselves. Dark brown. Look at the color of the Amu and the Asiatics. What black family you know that don't look like a mixture of this? Cut it out. Every black family ain't the darkest, deepest, deep sea blue like myself. Every family ain't brown. You have lighter people. Black people come in many beautiful colors. Look at Brother Sarnetta. He don't look my color. Look at you, Brother Ngozi. You lighter than the picture that we're looking at right now. You sound crazy right now. You lighter than the people you showing. Damn, you killing yourself. Easy kill. Gotta be kidding me. Then he said, this book the brother quoted is pseudo. Why is pseudo? What in the book made it pseudo? What did he point out except to say it's pseudo? So let me slow down. So let me see my time really quick so I can properly engage. Thank you. Let me slow it down really quick for the young man and break it down for him. The fact that he says the book is pseudo without telling everyone why the book is pseudo is clear evidence that he's full of it. He's full of it. Because if the book is truly pseudo, he would be able to go into the book by chapter, pull out that which is pseudo and tell you it's pseudo. Instead, he says, and a white man.
Exactly. Which kills your whole damn argument. You actually thought that was a point. You understand? To show that it's pseudo, you need to pull it point for point and show the whole book being pseudo. That's crazy, man.
Wrote it, so it's pseudo. I want y'all to check out that 95% of the sources he shared tonight were from white people. And
Exactly. And then it's the double standard hypocrisy. 95% of the sources you show, maybe probably all of them, was from white people. But then you tell this man, oh, you quoting a white man. See the smoke screen game they play with y'all?
I showed black sources saying that the Sumerians were Africans. I even showed white sources saying the Sumerians were Africans. And here he come with lookership, Googlepedia, Wikipedia. He done lost his mind. You got to be kidding me, son. And this is the easiest kill you ever gave me. And Ngozi gonna give me a problem. What we talking about? Basic arithmetic? I was looking forward to the brother talking algebra, calculus. He gonna give me a problem. You got to be out your mind. Then he said, Catherine Ochulunu is pseudo too. Here's what the brother doesn't know. Let's pull this up live in class real quick. He says she's pseudo, right? Watch this. We're going to pull up her accolades, and we're going to match it against brother Ngozi. Let's see who's really pseudo here.
Hey, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And also want to give another reminder that we're well within our right to comment, review this information, and give our critiques pursuant to the Fair Use Act.
Her name, hold on. Let me show y'all who she was. This is a black African woman. She's pseudo because you disagree with her, right? All right, check this out. The easiest kill Sonnet ever put on my lap, man. I'm almost wondering if Sonnet was giving me a sacrifice tonight. Catherine Ochulunu, Nigerian writer, was a Nigerian writer, researcher, and former lecturer on African cultural and gender studies. She served as the former senior special advisor to the president of Nigeria. But she's pseudo. She's pseudo. You can't even get a conversation with the president of McDonald's. What the hell are you talking about? She served as a senior advisor to the president of Nigeria. Ngozi, today is your burial. Team Osiris is a great name. Hopefully they're going to resurrect you after today's show. Because you dead. Hell you talking about? Easy kill.
Hey man, the whole team Osiris is dead, man. Chris is dead, and Ngozi's dead. Konsu, you debated that flat earther. That was automatically killed just because you took that debate. You did. Y'all getting chopped up like Osiris, man. Just like Osiris. So we glad you got that name. That's very fitting. Y'all getting chopped the hell up, man.
The peoples of that region are black. All of the pictures from that region show you what the peoples of that region paint and depict themselves. This is a Mari priest. He said, the Akkadians, we know the Akkadians were Africans. The Akkadians were Semitic people. You just finished saying the Semitic.
That's a kill shot. Mm-hmm. That's a kill shot. Because you basically said in the beginning, well, he's only saying this because he's trying to protect this Semitic culture, this religious stuff. Well, when you say the Akkadians are African people, then you automatically acquiesce to the fact that they're Semitic. You automatically did that, man. Killed your own damn self.
Semitic people, the Semitic Amuda Asiatics are white. The Akkadians are Semitic. Look at them. Easy kill shot. Y'all gotta be kidding me. Don't ever disrespect me again. Easy. Easy. Matter of fact, Senator, what's my time? We're gonna stop the time short. Why overkill? He's dead.
And that was enough to kill it because it was an easy argument to destroy. The brother was all over the place in his third round. He was killing himself with the genetics. And then it was strongly based on phenotype. These people with these unibrows. You understand? And he showed you the artwork. He gave you the pretty much all you need is the artwork when you make a phenotype argument. That's pretty much all you need, man. And once you say all these people are white, and he showed you one person that was fit to quote African or dark or brown skin, you lost. So you lost round 2 and round 3. You lost this damn debate. The only one anyone can argue, or only round anyone can argue for you is round 1. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's my verdict, man. 2-1 Zion, man. What you think, James?
I'm 3-0 with Zion, actually. I'm 3-0 Zion. I don't give him the first round.
Yeah. I'm thinking he won the first round, but I'm gonna say debatable just to be, just to keep it fair. I'm gonna say debatable.
I'll give him this though. If we had a Freestyle King Award, he'd win that.
Yeah, he would.
SUC did have a Freestyle King Award, so we might have to get one.
Yeah. He was in a Freestyle King and Sonetta, man. Godly.
Get him his Freestyle King participation trophy.
Yeah, man. We gonna watch the little comments afterwards, then we gonna end the video. I think that was it. I think that's the debate. They're gonna have a few little comments, and then we're gonna end it. But yeah, I got Zion Lexx winning 2-1. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even like he edged each round. It was like it was clear because Ngozi kept digging himself in a ditch.
Yeah, the 2 you gave him, Zion clearly won them, hands down. Can't nobody even put up an argument. We had Ngozi turning a little flip for all around 2. You know what I'm saying? And then around 3, the rebuttal Zion put on was just a slaughter, man. That was just a slaughter. He murdered his whole argumentation. And not only did Zion murder, Ngozi murdered his own argument while he was arguing. He would say one thing, then contradict it 2 seconds later.
Right. Oh, these Arabs in Egypt, they related to us. Then you you using the Marsh Arabs. Oh my God, bro. I'm getting a headache listening to this, man. And then what did he say? I'm gonna end it there because I'm talking in circles. Yes, nigga, end it. You talking in circles.
Talking in circles, bro. Saying a lot of nothing.
Man, Team Osiris, this is all y'all got, bro. Come on, man. Damn, y'all trash. Y'all trash, man. Y'all garbage truck juice, man. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all.
Sarnetta, you there?
Yes, I said we have completed the first and second round.
Okay.
Now we are moving into the. You got to show yourself where you at, Ngozi.
I'm right here.
You're moving into the question and answer period. But first, I want to let the family know it's going down tomorrow. You don't want to miss this one. Is spirituality helpful or pointless? Same time tomorrow, 7 o'clock. This will be going down with Brother Jabari going up against Chief X. Man, oh man, see? Y'all keep calling us atheists. But I know Chief X take the same perspective of the other crew over there, you know, for the next joint Friday. To close it off, to close off the week, we're going to have Pastor Bennett going up against Captain Tazariak. Captain Tazariak is the challenger, so of course he will be going first for the next joint Friday. To close it off, throw into the GoFundMe. Ain't nobody threw a dime in there yet. Here's the link right up in there. Nobody threw a dime or $5 in the GoFundMe link. I don't get it. What's going on, family? What's going on? Let's show that love and support. All right, now, family. Before I allow Zion and Ngozi to engage the question with themselves, you know me, I gotta be the first one to bring the questions. Brother Zion Lexx, you hear me? I don't hear you. Where you at? Unmute yourself. Brother Zion, you hear me? Unmute yourself, Zion. There you go.
Sir, yes, sir. What's up?
Okay, when you were showing the diagram of the Arabs and the Kemetic people and the DNA, you were saying something in something like the Arabs share the same DNA or they got the same. Just to bring clarity, my brother, were you trying to make a point that the Arabs were the Kemetic people in Kemet? Because you were saying that they were, you were saying that they were more closer to the Kemetic people by showing the DNA. Bring clarity for us, brother.
Definitely not, Sarnetta. I almost want to ask you what you was hearing, brother, because I know I didn't say that. But
I know you didn't say that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking you to bring clarity. And you could go back to the picture if you want, when you were showing the DNA. Remember when you said that their DNA is more closer?
What I said very specifically is European scholars are trying to claim ties to African civilization.
Okay.
When they go to trace Egyptian sahus, Egyptian mummies, they're comparing it against marshland Arabs, the Arabs that live in Egypt. And Ngozi just said the Arabs that live in Egypt today, they're African. I'm pretty sure the brother definitely didn't go to Egypt and see how the Arabs in Egypt are oppressing the black Africans in Egypt. He done lost his mind on all kind of levels tonight.
All right, thank you for that clarification. Brother Ngozi, I got a question for you. Unmute yourself, brother.
Right here, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead, sir.
All right, brother Ngozi, here's the question. How can you claim Islam? You a smart and brilliant brother. How can you claim Islam when we know Allah don't even exist, when we know that that's not real? All religions are not real. You yourself know that, Ngozi. When you're looking at Christianity, Hebrewism, Judaism, Islam, when you know that all of these religions are made up, how can you claim to be a Muslim? That's my question for you.
Well, brother Saab, my mother's Fulani. I come from a Muslim background. I'm not a religious Muslim. I'm a Muslim by culture. So with that being said, it's Ramadan right now. And I'm not even doing all that. I'm not a religious person. I see Allah is
Unison chord pack. Unison MIDI chord pack. It is super useful.
He see Allah is innocent.
Yeah, man, he basically saying he not a religious Islam religious
He
Muslim.
affiliated.
Yeah, he like more of a cultural Muslim, like, you know what I'm saying? He not really on the religious side. He don't believe in the Quran. He don't believe in none of the tenets of the Quran. You know, I guess he doesn't worship Allah and all that. He just identifies with the culture.
The
But
head
also,
of the Fulani got T markers. They don't have E markers.
he might got a T marker, man.
Maybe he might be a descendant of Japheth.
He might be a
Might be why he a European. That's why he like, no, you ain't gonna take our culture from us.
Right. He fight tooth and nail for that.
You goddamn slaves.
Yeah, I want to give Zion Lexx his props. I've been giving Zion Lexx his props, man, for years.
Agreed. I haven't been the biggest fan.
I've been
nothing personally. It's just that I think he can go. That his information could be deeper than what he goes into it on. You know, that's all.
Man, he the Robert Horry of the Israelite community. 7 rings, Big Shot Rob of the Israelite community. And the reason why I say that is he didn't pretty much went toe to toe with all of the big sensational names in the quote unquote conscious community. You know what I'm saying? He got Polite ducking him. I don't know why Polite won't face him. He smacked Garfield up. He literally smacked Cyrus Steady. He literally smacked him. That's not a joke. That's real life.
Oh man.
He sat down.
He had to kill me.
I think he got Shaka. He debated Shaka. He debated Rob Bourne, or he had like a sit down with him or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? He beat Jabari twice. He even got into it with one of y'all elders, James Smalls. So I'm like, this man is the Robert Horry of the conscious community, man. Big Shot Rob, 7 rings. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on Zion Lexx's name. That's all I'm saying. Put some respect on this brother name.
Definitely.
Will I be going too far if I say Hebrew of the decade?
Man, stop it.
Come on, man. I don't know. Hebrew of the decade, man.
Stop.
I'm just saying.
Nah, bro, you going too far.
I mean, brother been putting in that work on you know what I'm saying, as far in the YouTube worlds, man. Laying the smackdown on their candy asses.
No, I'm gonna have to say this. I think the moment of the decade, as far as all Hebrews is concerned and dealing with the conscious community, gotta go to when Captain Zazariak had Sarnetta and Jabari on Cross the Line. I'm sorry, bro. That was a slaughter session, bro. That was a pure slaughter session, bro. That's the moment of the decade. And he also been standing strong and went toe to toe with everybody. He ain't took an L.
Yeah. I mean, Captain Zazariak, man, he stood firm from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? He was the first to debate polite for the Hebrew community. So ain't no slight to him. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just been impressed with Zion's work in the debate realm. You know what I'm saying? Do I agree with everything the brother say? Of course not. But I think his style and how he's relentless, he's aggressive, assertive. I like that type of fighter. You know what I'm saying? He don't play no games with nobody. And he pretty much then called out everybody. You know what I'm saying? Polite, man, quit ducking this man. When y'all gonna do that, man? When y'all gonna set that up? Why is you ducking this man? Been ducking
is he still Polite still around?
Man, he I don't know. He probably doing something in California. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't follow these. I'm outside the loop. I don't follow these dudes.
Yeah, I was saying me too.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I'm just showing love to Zion Lexx, man. He been putting in that work. They ain't no slight to nobody else, man. I've been saying this for years.
Consciousness or whatever you want to call it. I'm not. You can drop a Quran in my face and I wouldn't care because you got a right to believe what you want to believe. So overall, I'm not a religious Muslim. I just label myself that because of my political ties with the continent. Okay. This brother said I got family in Africa, all through Algeria. I got Amazigh in me. I have my mother's Fulani. So what I'm saying is, I'm just using it for political ties, sir. I don't use it to say I'm a Muslim or none of that.
Thank you. Clear. Good. Clear. Brother Zion, you got right now to ask Ngozi a question.
Easy one. All right. First question I want to ask Ngozi is this. Ngozi keeps.
Let's remember. Let's keep it respectful with everybody, with each other. Come on.
No doubt. First question I want to ask Ngozi is, he kept referencing that he's going to show the people the normal palette. He's going to show the people the normal palette. Brother, you didn't show the normal palette at all. You kept talking. In fact, you was talking in the dark. When are you actually going to show the normal palette? The people would like to see it. We hoping that you will actually have the normal palette. But since you don't have the normal palette, let me show you, brother, the normal palette. There's a difference between grown men talk and young men talk. Young men talk.
Where you at, Ngozi? You got to show yourself. Come on.
Of course he ain't going to show himself. This is embarrassing right now. He going on Google talking about he going to show you normal palette. Well, family, here is the normal palette. People talking about, what you talking about?
What's your question? What's your question, Zion?
Are you going to actually show us the normal palette? He kept saying all night he going to show the normal palette.
I'm sorry. That question got to do with the topic, man.
All right, brother Ngozi, you want to answer that?
Come on, man.
Hold on. Pause real quick. After my man just hyped you up like that, man, you gonna turn around and ask a question that ain't got nothing to do with the topic. Look, his face say it all, bro. I'm done.
I'm gonna tell you, he been in a Sinetta too long, man. That's that.
Sensationalism.
Yeah, and it kind of rubbed off on him a little bit, man. Hey, but he held it down. He still got his W. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Got it earlier.
Yeah, on the slide. Yeah, you did.
I showed the brothers with two afros with the creature around.
Showed the jade.
No, I'm sorry, that's the Jasper.
Show yourself. Ngozi, where you at? You gotta show yourself.
What I'm saying is, I showed it earlier. When I showed the two dudes with the afros, with the rope around that long creature neck, the Jasper cylinder, that's on a normal palette. So he playing games. I know his brain deteriorated. I don't know. I showed it. I showed the two African men with a rope around the creature neck, and it shows. I showed it.
He showed the back of it. He showed the back of the normal palette.
No, Africa call themselves white. They call themselves squatters. That's what I'm saying. He don't know nothing about it.
What they got to do with anything?
I mean, he asked the question.
No, I'm talking about what he just said.
I mean, both of them tripping right now. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know what the hell they talking about.
He said no African called himself white. I'm like, where did that come from?
Not the Middle East. So even if they got light olive skin, they're not white. Those Eurasians who you showed that was brown skin are Semitic people. And those are late Semitic people. Those are not the original Semitic people that had more components that was closer to the Northeast Africans. I already showed y'all pre-pottery Neolithic.
That's Zion's point. That's his point. What you saying?
Hey, pre-pottery Neolithic.
That these people, not European people, that these people will be considered African according to you.
What he doing is, hold on, pause. What he doing is he trying to focus on the Gutians instead of focus on the Sumerians. He trying to turn the Sumerians into the Gutians. That's all it is.
Yep. And Zion pretty much exposed that.
I'm freestyling, dude. I literally crushed all this stuff together in less than.
You just said he freestyling, baby. Little flip.
Orientated it all together, and that was it. That's
all right. It's on you now to ask your question to Zion, brother Zion.
I have nothing to ask him because he don't know nothing.
Hell no.
You lady, she's pseudo. She also said that we are one step away from Homo erectus. Oh, just because you talk to the Nigerian president, most of them people crazy as hell. So that don't even make sense. So I don't.
He just dissed all the Nigerian presidents, dissed her, Like, who's really and then he want to bring, oh, you bring using racist, but that sounds like some racist stuff you just said. That most of them people crazy as hell.
Hey, look, he said he a Guccian, and y'all ain't gonna take his culture from him. Y'all base Negroes, all right? Y'all was nothing until his people came and civilized y'all.
Right. And what he just used is called the composition by division fallacy, where you take one part of a book or anything. We can use cars. You'll say, oh, well, since the car's tires are made of rubber, that means the whole car is made out of rubber. That's the composition by division fallacy. You compose something by division, by dividing a section of it, and say, well, the whole book's false because this one part says that Zeus came down and had sex and created Hercules. Do you agree with that, brother? You say, no, well, the whole book's false. No, man. No. I just disagree
that's
with
false.
that.
Yeah, that one thing's false.
Yeah. Them niggas don't know how to do that, man. Compartmentalize it, man. What the hell wrong with y'all?
Or when they read one thing, a scholar will talk about artifacts and talk about historical facts. Then he will put his own opinion in there. And they would treat his own opinion just as valid as the facts. It's like, nah, that's his opinion, bro. I don't argue people's opinions. I argue facts, man.
Right. Well, this person said, I don't give a damn.
Yeah. So, what he got to support that? How did he build his model to say that's true? You know what I'm saying? Let's see if that's plausible. Not just, because he said it, that means it's true.
They don't know how to ask those type of questions, brother. You know they ain't got no critical thinking.
Skip the 3rd grade, man.
Got nothing to ask him. He's done. And no, I meant to show y'all the homosexuality in Sumer. And if I could show y'all that, them dudes were strange. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. All right, so that family, we're going to open up the phone lines. And remember, please, whatever you do, ask your question. Do not disrespect none of the brothers up here, and you will get a respectful. All right, I'm going to end it there, man. I don't see any point to listen to the phone calls or whatnot.
Yeah. I will say that Ngozi lost the question around because he didn't even ask the damn question. he just declared victory. After that horrendous performance, this dude had the audacity to declare victory and not even ask a question.
Oh, wait. I do want to go to the just that one part where Garfield told him. Oh no, your man's Garfield got on there and was bigging up what you call it, and your boy Ngozi lost his damn mind. Let me see if I can get it. For response. So we are now opening up the phone lines. Moderators, can you throw that number up in there, please? So I mean, it is what it is.
A bit more on the gas per cylinder because I kind of like.
Say it again. What's your name? Where you calling from? Peace. What's up?
Yo. Study.
I'm familiar with that study, and I disagree.
Let me get the Garfield.
My point is still true, though. You never showed the normal power.
Now YouTube don't want to play it, but there's a part.
They wanted you to play that ad, and you skipped over that ad. It's mad at you. See?
Didn't show the certain part. My argument is that you didn't show the normal power. Now you're gonna get a chance to speak, and then right after you speak, I'm gonna jump in. So share what you're gonna share. No, my next 2 minutes, I want to show. Okay, Zion Lexx. It would have been my. 3 in 1 moment. It's my turn. Watch this, Emily. And Ngozi, put your mic on mute. Got you. I saved the best for last for those who know how I get down. This is a video of Brother Ngozi talking with the Amun Ra squad almost 4 or 5 years ago. In the video, Brother Ngozi is going to say that the Scorpion King of Egypt is actually an Akkadian. He's going to say that the King of Egypt was an actual Akkadian. Watch this. This ain't my words. This ain't me pulling out something.
you're going to hear the very voice of Ngozi. You're also going to hear Brother Ankh from the Amon-Ra squad laugh in the background, and he's going to say, huh? So the Scorpion King is Akkadian, huh? So the brother been arguing with me about who birthed civilization first, when the whole time he got a video saying that the original kings of Egypt were Asiatic. Watch this. Everybody listen carefully. Check meets mate.
Yeah, but if you look at the movie, I was with you on that, Jonathan. I was saying it with you. I'm with you on that because if you look at the movie is mythical, but if you look at the movie Scorpion King, the dude was Akkadian. And then you look.
Everybody heard that. He's talking to Brother Jonathan Smash Rockwell from the Amon-Ra squad. And he said, if you look at the movie Scorpion Kings, the Scorpion King is Akkadian. You're about to see why he's saying that. Listen carefully.
But if you look at the movie Scorpion King, this dude was Akkadian. And then you look at the Scorpion origin is around, it's around in Arabia. You find him all through Arabia. Then you study the movie Scorpion King, this dude was Akkadian. They call him Scorpion King the Akkadian. So who was Mama fighting? Was he fighting a dude from Arabia, the eastern border of the Arabian desert who came into Egypt? You know what I'm saying? A lot of those symbols you see in those areas first before they're in Egypt.
Say that again, Ngozi. He said a lot of the symbols that you're seeing were first in Mesopotamia before they were in Egypt. So what the hell are we even debating for if you agree with me? Killed yourself. We're going to let it play one more time.
Those symbols you see in those areas first before they're in Egypt. But after Mama beat the shit out of these people, you don't see that artwork no more at all. It's as if they got their shit pushed back. You don't see it no more at all. You just see it pushing back into Mesopotamia again. Or that area, Central Asia or the Middle East or somewhere back towards their way. Why is that?
And on top of that, the name Scorpion appearing. Now you're going to hear Jonathan from the Amon-Ra squad agree and say that the name Scorpion for the Scorpion King of Egypt is originally Mesopotamian. Now you're going to hear the Amon-Ra squad agree with him that the Mesopotamians founded the Egyptian kingship. Listen closely.
They say 2900 BC, but you know how erroneous that date could go back a couple hundred years, about, you know, to the time of Norman. So, I mean, it's a plausible view.
Whatever happened to Jonathan, man?
Now everybody listen closely to the last 20 seconds. It's the voice of Ankh from the Amon-Ra squad. Ankh don't agree with none of the shit that they saying right now. Ankh is going to laugh at Ngozi and he's going to say, so, the Scorpion King is Akkadian, huh? Listen, guys.
Scorpion King is Akkadian, huh?
Woo!
I didn't say he was.
Oh, man.
Hey, can I say something right quick?
Nah, hell no. You said enough. You said enough.
In the past, that the original Native Americans was black at one point, and they're not. That's old. Who cares? That was 3-4 years ago. So I don't care about that. So what? I said that I also used to say
just trying to win.
Native Americans was Aborigines. So who cares? See, when time goes by and you start dealing with things for what it really is, man, I separate reality from my imagination. So yeah, I said that in the past, but I was wrong. I was pseudo at that point. I was pseudo saying stupid stuff like that. So yes, I said that in the past, but it's not
Still
right.
are pseudo.
It's not right.
Some things never change.
Peace and love.
It actually is right, but all right.
Black Power family, what's your name and where you calling from?
Is that Garfield?
Hold on. Peace and Black Power family, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, peace, man. This is Brother Garfield, man.
Here you go.
Tiger Squad. How y'all doing tonight, man? No. Ain't no craziness.
All right, no crazy. Let's go.
Hey, I want to say, first of all, we got to have a rematch. We got to have a rematch on it. There's no clear winner with this debate.
What?
One in the audience. I don't care if you like Zion. I don't care if you like Ngozi. I'm telling you, you got to have a rematch.
Why you say?
In my eyes, that's his way of saying Zion won.
Exactly.
Because if it was clear that his boy won, he would have said it.
If it was even close, he would have said his boy won.
Mm-hmm. Watch what he says.
Say that, brother.
Because if you look at it, right, I trust me, I love how Zion came out. I love how Ngozi came out, but Ngozi being unable to shear kind of swayed it more to Zion.
Definitely did.
Sources. I got to do a show tomorrow morning on the Dagger Squad YouTube and do a review
Hold
Well,
on,
I
hold
can't
on, hold
review
on.
fully.
You
Yeah.
said that he wasn't able to show sources or something?
Yeah, remember his computer was messing up for his second
All right,
round.
now
Remember that.
Stop for 1 minute.
Right.
Stop for 1 minute. If
Mhm.
someone don't show sources, you can't make excuses for the next brother and say, oh, because he couldn't show sources because his computer was messed up.
Yeah,
So
you
it gotta
can.
be.
No, he's saying that's that dude's fault. He couldn't show sources. That's what it seemed like to me.
Brother, you can't do
Oh,
that.
I'm misunderstanding.
Come on,
Hey,
you gotta be fair.
Rematch.
What would you say?
Rematch.
Hold on.
Rematch.
What would you
What's
say if you was debating someone and they didn't show sources? What would you say, Garfield?
They lost.
What would I
fair,
say?
Brother. You gotta be fair, Garfield.
I would say, but it depends. Also, we could fact check what he said. Because maybe what he's saying is
But right
knowledgeable.
now,
So
come on, Garfield, you gotta be fair. If someone did,
That's up to the debater to fact check what he's saying on the spot, not
Exactly.
and
yeah.
He's
show they
supposed to be teaching us.
computer messed up, you can't say, "Oh man, it ain't no winner because of that." You gotta keep it.
no. That's not the reason why. That's not the reason why. That's not the
freestyle. But like,
Hold on.
Go back and listen and go do the fact check. But yeah, go ahead. Say what you were saying, brother.
I'm gonna say I think we need another. We need another match. Set up another something like 4 weeks for that, man. I think we need a clear cut. There's no clear cut winner. There's no. I'm watching it. I'm watching it, and I'm saying to myself, damn. And Ngozi took this part. Then I say, yo, Zion took this part. Zion's second round rebuttal was sick. I ain't gonna front. It was sick. Now, and Ngozi in the first round was awesome. So I'm just saying.
Really?
Hey, I'm just saying.
How was it sick and he used misinformation?
See that? But boy, finna lose his mind because he gave Zion props in the second round. Finna lose his damn mind.
Hold on.
I can't let you. He used bogus information.
This boy is emotional, man.
His genetics was off.
So Garfield can't have an opinion now.
Yeah, hell no. Now if you go against him, that's religious. He breaking the religious code.
I had to show this. This is hilarious.
Ngozi.
You just got your own personal agenda. I'm not trying to. Was bogus.
You accuse this man of everything for having an opinion.
Hold on, Ngozi. Let me finish.
Stop playing with me, Garfield. Stop playing. You got your own. I ain't trying to hear that. Damn, nigga. He trying to give his opinion on the debate, though. You don't gotta agree with the shit, but damn, you ain't trying to hear it. You ain't trying to let him talk.
Yeah, he don't want the people to hear it either.
All right, let's finish.
You know bull crap, bro. You do host. You don't even know genetics. He used the
Hold on. You're saying that
DNA. Come on, man.
Hold on. Ngozi.
No, I'm good, bro.
Ngozi.
Hold on, Garfield. Are you?
I'm good, bro. Man, you niggas don't better not say nothing about me, man, because y'all get these other niggas passes. When they blow up and all that, and they act like this, y'all get these niggas passes because y'all like them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I say this when I blow up, I don't know. I go off. You know what I'm saying? When I blow up, when I decide I'm gonna go ahead and blow up, I go off.
You know what I'm saying? You know, the only problem is he sound like a little chipmunk when he do it. So I guess it's soft on the blow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play about 30 more seconds of it.
You got to do is offer him a challenge, and then maybe I can set something up for you and Ngozi.
Who? Me and Ngozi?
Yeah.
For what?
Because you know that information was out. That dude don't know nothing about genetics. How you gonna say you can get round two? Man, stop playing with me, fam.
I never said. Listen, hold on. I said he was sick in the second round. You was sick in the first round
because it was bogus information from bogus books. The dude.
Hold on. Ngozi. Can you relax? Let me finish talking, bro. I didn't even finish everything that I was saying, and you jumped in.
I'm cool.
You know what?
No, you're not cool. You lost your cool. All because the nigga didn't agree with you. And he said he had some fire information the second round. Stop. Crybaby ass nigga.
You know what, Sonata? Listen, let me say this. Yes, that African lady is the information is way off. You ain't gotta tell me that. And yes, Hermelstein is garbage. I know that. But that doesn't mean everything he said in the second round was garbage.
Garfield, let me ask you a question. You're an intelligent person. What did he say in the second round was intelligent?
First thing, his first mistake Ngozi made was actually saying that Garfield was an intelligent person. I disagree.
Tell me. Is a grown person, what did he say that was intelligent? The genetic thing, I broke that down to show there was mitochondrial DNA and not paternal. He was wrong. The lady book that he used, she's a liar. She said we was a step away from Homo erectus. He was wrong.
That's composition by division fallacy. One thing may be wrong, doesn't mean the whole damn book is.
He said nothing that was right. And I destroyed his Norma's palate argument.
No, you didn't. You agreed with his Norma's palate argument, and you agreed in that round about the Proto-Ubadian people being there, which means African people would have been there. You forgot what you said in that round, nigga?
You just want to win, bro.
Hold on. Ngozi. I'm saying both of y'all need to do a rematch. What's wrong with that?
I do rematch what he said, but I'm asking you as an intelligent person, what did he say in the second round that was right? You're not answering the question. What did he say
in the second round? In the heat of when I was watching it, he said a couple of things. For one, he brought up. Hold on a second. Let me see if I remember correctly right now.
That's it. I gotta let you go, Garfield. That's it.
Hold on. You're gonna
no.
Hey, son, it up. Rematch.
We don't want to.
All I gotta say is rematch.
Yeah, Ngozi, you looking like a little meow. A little meow came out of you right there. That part, man. You lost this, bro. 2-1 clear. My brother James said 3-0. We're gonna end it with my brother LV, man. LV Europa, man. And you know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. We will be going live again tomorrow, man. We trying to make sure we on every day. You're gonna hear our voice every day. You're gonna hear the source every day, man. All right, as you see in the building, y'all know how we doing. You know how we rocking, man. Let's get it. 7 gangs, 7 candlesticks up. Gold Coast Gorillas. Tanks on the ground to the law and the testimony. You know what I'm saying? Argument King in the building. The CEO, Jeremiah. Please say the Yah. We holding it down. And shout out to Diamond.
I got a visa, that's one swipe. Bitch change the demeanor, I got that all money, baby. That bitch came with a beaver, cold as a freezer. Free heat up in my leisure. I feel like a fever, baby. You know I'm a keeper, I got a visa, that's one swipe. Bitch change the demeanor, I got that all money, baby. That bitch came with a beaver, cold as a freezer. Free heat up in my leisure. I feel like a fever, baby. You should know that I'm a keeper. This is a keepsake, hey. And you can keep that tucked away. Some gon' come with the lies. Remember them when you pray. Some gon' cry when they die. You don't worry about the cave. Look, I done went away. My time is short, so I'ma live it today. That shit was real. What happened to the slaves? Hey, but you gotta be brave. This a land of the free. Gotta move like waves. Hey, put the ring to the pad. Hey, I give them path for the rage. Then I put them on the path to take them all up the stage. I got a visa, that's one swipe. Bitch change the demeanor, I got that all money, baby. That bitch came with a beaver, cold as a freezer. Free heat up in my leisure. I feel like a fever, baby. You know I'm a keeper, I got a visa, that's one swipe. Bitch change the demeanor, I got that all money, baby. That bitch came with a beaver, cold as a freezer. Free heat up in my leisure. I feel like a fever, baby. You should know that I'm a keeper. This is a keepsake, hey. You can use this right away. Some gon' come with the truth. Honor them when you pray. Some gon' laugh about their life. They don't worry about delays. Look, I done whipped up away that leverage real when you can use it today. Don't worry about how you're gonna get paid. Lord, give it free, take it away, hey. Don't you wanna be free? Remove that rage. There's a path to the light, hey. Don't misuse those ways. Sweet flow with the truth. Gotta move like waves. I got a visa, that's one swipe. Bitch change the demeanor, I got that all money, baby. That bitch came with a beaver, cold as a freezer. Free heat up in my leisure. I feel like a fever, baby. You should know I'm a keeper. I got a visa, one swipe, the change of demeanor. I got that all money, baby. That bitch came with a beeper, cold as a freezer. I heat up in my leisure. I feel like a fever, baby. You should know that I'm a keeper.
Yo, we out of here, man. SUC, Tanks on the Ground. Gold Coast Gorillas. Yeah, SUC Source Gang. We will be back live tomorrow. Stay tuned then. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the Source Debate League. Show us that love, family. You show us that love, we're going to continue to feed you with content. I promise you that. Scholastic Bully, James the Argument King, we both signing off. Let's get it.
Let's get it.